Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
This is one of those times.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. We're all day today. I'm like, happy Monday. Yet it's not Monday. As we were off, as I hope you were, for the Labor Day weekend. Labor Day. Didn't really preview this much, but Labor Day. So, shouts to all the moms. That holiday is for you. The pain and agony you went through to bring all of us to fruition. Happy Labor Day to you and yours. Good morning.
We don't get any credit for that? Making our way through?
We did the fun stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't get any holidays. We get Father's Day, or as Don Geronimo used to say, dads and grads. Our holiday is so truncated, we have to share it with graduates of whatever they're graduating from.
I wasn't even referring to dads. I was refering to the babies. The babies that were born.
The babies that made it?
Yeah, they made it through the labor.
That's what I'm talking about. Made it through the labor, the whole thing, getting a shot at vitamin K in the rear end, 2 seconds after being born, slapped around, God knows what.
Yeah.
Some of us more than others. I had 7 stinking blood transfusions. You kidding me? That's not a way to come into the world.
Not at all.
Wrong. Yeah, I should have a day for us. Anyway. It's, dude, you know what? I want to be that guy, but why not? Yeah, this heat is ridiculous. You know what? Remember when DeMarcus, after the game where he got thrown out and brought back in, and then he was interviewing with Katie? He was just like, it's getting ridiculous, man. Okay, this is ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. I remember that whole rant. That's how I feel about the weather.
Okay.
This is getting ridiculous. And yeah, I know this is the beginning of the end. And
of what?
Of oppressive heat.
Oh, okay. I thought there was more to this.
Not like trying. Okay, I know there's no way you can talk about this without people losing their minds, getting all political. Like, politics aside, just seriously, everyone's stupid. Politics aside, like, it's getting hotter. Like, at some point, right, we're all going to be like, it's getting, every year it gets hotter. Like, it's not just, right, it's getting hotter.
Seemingly factually.
I don't want it to. We need to find out, there has to be a way, what nobody ever talks about. I'm not trying to be, save the world hippie guy, although I'm kind of save the world hippie guy. I'm not trying to be that way. I don't want to trigger people here. To prove that I'm not trying to trigger people politically, I will say this. Are there bad things we can do to the earth that will cause it to cool down? Like, we never talk about that part. Are there things that we can light on fire or throw away, throw in the ocean? Are there things we can do that would specifically, if we did enough of it, people would be like, it's getting cooler every year. Eventually, we're going to have another ice age. Let's do that.
You want that?
I want that. Even if I don't care what, whatever, man. If that means that we got to, tell us what it is, science. Is it pouring pounds of crystal meth into Folsom Lake? I'm not saying it's a good idea, but I'm saying if it was
to cool things down, you say, let's do it.
I say, let's do it. Yes. Would it suck that every time you catch a fish, you pull it out? It's like, why are you doing this? Because crystal meth. Fish are all, with their big eye. Yeah, see?
Like swimming around.
Swimming around. It's like, hey, super clean lake, though. Immensely crystal clear waters. Fish are all together singing in unison. We were talking about TV viewing in the pre.
Yes.
As it's already getting warm in here.
In here?
It's already getting a little warm in here.
It's warm outside already.
It's at 84
not
degrees.
What it's going to be, but it's usually there's a little bit of a hint of a bite in the air. It's like, oh, boy, it's already there. Did it cool down? It didn't cool down.
No. I got, as I'm prone to do now, excuse me, it's like 1 a.m. I got up, went walked out, I slid down the stairs. And then, I just walked outside, just get to
check things out,
fresh of breath air, and come back in and sleep again. And I came outside. It felt like Florida. It was humid, and it was like 87 degrees at 1 a.m.
It's not so much the heat; it's the heat.
Yeah, It's a dry heat. No, it's not.
It's hot.
It's not. You know what's not dry? Me. I played golf yesterday morning with my brother and in Vallejo at this place called Hidden Brook, which it's always super cooler than it is here. It was 2 degrees warmer than it was in Sacramento. Thank goodness we teed off at 7:45.
Yeah, but still,
by the time I was done, I was just a big juicy pile. I was like a big dripping egg.
Yeah,
just anyway. Just wet and
well, it's one of those things. I know you have a pool. I'm sure you went in it at some point this weekend. Like, how long you could get out of the pool and you were dry?
Honestly, so I got the I found, because I had the coldest pool in the world, and I got the solar the solar thing from our guys.
Yeah,
and I turned it off for the first time this weekend because it was
too warm.
It was just getting too warm. In fact, not only did I turn it off, but I turned on the water to fill some of it up to the cold hose water. Dude, even the water coming out of the sink is lukewarm.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. Yet here, and yeah, again, football starts Thursday, and then that's what I'm going to hear from everybody. Well, football starts Thursday, and then, a week from today, it'll be 88 degrees. Like, okay. And that had better be it. But we know it's not.
Well, and 88 sounds great now, but 88 is still pretty warm.
It's still warm.
I mean, I guess we're still summer, but we're near the end. And I know yesterday was the worst day so far. Today's going to be, I think, even worse.
115. It
would have been really nice to have the first NFL Sunday on Sunday, because that would have been a really good day to just be hunkered down,
right, for sure.
Inside and
air conditioned.
Yeah, ideally.
115. You know what the low is going to be today? 76.
When was it that?
At
2 a.m.
now?
Yeah.
I just don't know. 76. Oh, it'll be 76 degrees at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be the low.
On the way into the show, we'll be like, hey, it's
great.
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's 108.
Okay.
And we're going to have Angelique Ashby on at 8:30 today to talk about the Republic viewing party. Tomorrow's a big game against Orlando, and that viewing party was set for Cesar Chavez Park tomorrow. No.
Good adjustment.
Really good at shifting on the fly.
Yeah, not easy to do.
Not at all easy to do. It's like herding cats. It's just not easy. But,
come here, cat.
But they got it done. They herded the kitties, and it's going to be a crazy, crazy atmosphere there.
Yes,
tomorrow.
Absolutely, as it should be.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, just a chill weekend for you.
You were saying we were talking TV viewing earlier.
Yeah, we were talking TV viewing, and Jay had asked me if I'd seen the Dragon show yet, and I said I'm waiting for like 4 episodes, because then I can have like a mini binge. And we talked about how differently we view TV now.
Yeah,
and I brought up the show Lost, and how with Lost it was, you wait week to week. Every show was pretty much cliffhanger, and then at the season finale, it was like the cliffhanger. If people haven't seen Lost, I don't want to overrate it, but it's one of 3 or 4 shows that got me on the first episode. And it truly is just, I mean, in the tradition of all really fun shows like that, the finale was stupid. They're always that way. But the show itself just did this. Jason, they had like websites specifically for like codes they picked up, and it's just really crazy. But we would have these cliffhangers, and then during the season, season finale, you're waiting 6 months for the new one to start, and you're all talking to each other. It was really when the internet was great.
Yeah.
Now you just go. I'm not comfortable now. Like, it's weird to have to wait a week in between shows.
Yeah.
And I don't watch commercials.
Right.
You fast forward through those.
Yes.
The only things I watch that aren't DVR'd are news and sports, which is good for us, because that's why. That's why we have secure jobs. But
right.
It's weird how it's changed. I don't know that it's necessarily changed for the better.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. There's probably some, big breakdown of what is better on that, or someone could say, the viewing, because like you want to wait for 4 episodes. So what will you likely do? Watch 4 straight in a row for X amount of hours.
Yeah.
And like someone would probably argue, well, that's not productive. Well, is it better than you spent 4 separate weeks doing? I don't know what's better, But I know why we do it, because to your point, it's like, hey, I don't want to wait a week to figure out what's going on, and I'm also getting through these commercials. Just powering through.
I think the future of TV viewing is going to come from soccer. I think we're going to be watching.
Or golf does it.
Or golf does it now, too, with playing through.
Uh-huh.
We're going to be watching whatever TV show, scripted TV show. And in the middle of it, you're gonna see a little L screen pop up, and it'll have the ads on the bottom and on the side. They're going to have to put the ads in. And I know that takes you out of that world, but here's where it really is going to get fun. I think eventually you're going to have script writers that are assigned XYZ amount of breaks per, and they know that, and they're going to start writing it a certain way so that is not distracting or as distracting. And the beautiful thing about that is then you go to syndication with the show eventually. Those ads live forever because they're part of the hard copy of the show. True. So, or
if someone is an endorser of a product or a voice, and they like break the wall,
break the wall.
Hey, it's whatever. And here's
it's Andy Griffith.
Yes.
Hi, my Beaver Cleveland coming to you for what, Brokery?
That's what I was gonna do for Depends. Sorry.
Jeez, you know, isn't Andy Griffith? Isn't it Dick Van Dyke still? Wait, Dick Van Dyke was not Andy Griffith.
No,
Dick Van Dyke is still alive. But who's the guy who played Andy Griffith? Who is the guy who played Andy? Hey, Jay, who played Andy Griffith? All right, we'll take a break.
Andy Griffith.
Was it really? No, was it an actor or was it actually Andy Griffith? Why am I? Oh, my God, this is going to be colossally stupid if it was. Really?
I don't know. I'm picturing his face right now.
All right, the NFL is here. Almost college football opened up in earnest. Big movies at the U.S. Open. And I think...
Yeah, it's Andy Griffith.
Jeez, who's the actor that played Andy Griffith? That's a great way to start out the week. Leading off is next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility, and Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality. And the Fortinet PGA Golf Championship, September 15th through the 18th at the Silverado Resort and Spa in Napa.
Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, talking about positionless basketball. It features players who shoot well from beyond the arc, can defend multiple positions, and would thrive in a pass-happy system. The way the players rely on each other is similar to how the body works when supported by Good Feet arch supports. By supporting all four arches, the foot, knees, hips, and low back become properly aligned, so that each can do their job pain-free. If you have foot-related pain, it's time to get serious. Good Feet makes over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities of arch supports. So your solution is waiting. Visit Good Feet now for a free, no-obligation, personalized fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet arch supports. In Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto online. Goodfeet.com.
Let's do it. It's time for Leading Off. Brought to you by Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, where for over 60 years, their name means a great deal in Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com. Here's cut number one.
While Trey's in the driver's seat and Trey gets to play quarterback, he has Jimmy G. He knows how to win games, and he can learn a lot from him. So, I hope that that's how Trey takes this, and he just continues to play his game because Trey's a really good quarterback. There's aspects of football that aren't just X's and O's, and they're not just throwing the football, that Trey's going to learn from Jimmy, like just how to carry yourself, how to do certain things. And Trey does a good job at that. Just Jimmy's been doing it longer, so he's just going to learn a lot of things from him.
They herding cats at the press conference?
George Kittle kittling, and talking about that. And I think it's interesting to have that type of conversation come out of one of the locker room leaders, and gives you an idea as to they're not going to disrespect in any way Jimmy Garoppolo. But at the same, nor should they. But they're definitely going to make sure that not only does he get his props, but that Trey Lance knows it's his job to lose. At the same time, this is who was it? Was it Hank Stram Who was it that said the NFL stands for not? Jerry Glanville.
Yeah.
The NFL stands for not for long.
Right.
If you're not making plays.
True.
Very true with Trey Lance.
In the history of the game, that's the way it works. So he gets every opportunity. It's week 1. We're here.
Yeah.
So glad.
Week 1. Yeah. We're here. We're super excited. Number 2.
Cut number 2.
Taking advantage of the penalty on Nagata. Outside kick try, picked up by Sacramento State, and nearly turning it to 6 at the other end. What a run into the end zone!
I'm sitting across from the play-by-play voice for I can't. I got to find a clip. I just did this on the fly. We have Clemson in here. I'm saying screw Clemson. Sac State, baby.
That's right. 1-0. Stingers up.
Scatabo. What's the story?
Cameron Scatabo is a.
Is it Scatabo?
Scatabo.
Scatabo.
I know there's only 1-0. It feels like it's Scatabo.
We need to find the Jason Ross calls, by the way, and play those throughout the entire show. I would enjoy that. That had to be a very fun game to call.
It was a ton of points. He's so unique. I've never seen he had 3 touchdowns in the game.
Yes.
And they were all incredibly memorable. My favorite one, that's one that gets shown a lot, is an onside kick that he just scoops up and he's being grabbed at about the 20.
Yes.
And then he takes everybody in with him for 20 yards. But he had a screen pass that he took, 45, 50 yards in for a score. The last part, he cuts around one, and he's going to get in the end zone. And 99 out of 100 football players will find whatever angle it is to get to the end zone. Like, there's open space for the entire way, and he's like, safety. I'm gonna make you
going
pay.
After him.
And he just ran right into him, knowing that he was going to fall into the end zone. He just seeks contact. He's cut differently. It's amazing.
Sophomore?
Yes.
Graduate of Rio Linda High.
Yep.
It's it's very, very interesting, especially when it's one of those guys that, like, I want the contact.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run over you, and that's what's going to be.
I think I said during the broadcast, I played 1 year of football. It was not any good. I mean, you have to be cut differently. I was freshman. I was tiny. He was the kind of player that would have made me quit. Like when you dream, like, oh, man, that guy's so tough. I'm afraid of that. That's the guy you're afraid of.
That's the guy you don't want hitting you.
And other players, and just by nature, it's such a physical sport. You have to get tough. And then there's probably a play or two a game. You're like, well, I gotta get tough here. And it's like, man, that guy's running at me. No, thanks.
Ash O'Hara said, I love watching him. I've never seen anyone like him. Can't bring him down. You saw the kicker try. And Scatabo said he's inspired by Sac State's honorary captain, Bobby Jackson.
Yes.
His sort of player, relentless, taking nothing for granted, not the scholarship, not the chance to start, blah, 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 blah. I love stories like this. By the way, maybe it's a one-off. Who knows? Maybe it's not. I love stories like this.
Yeah.
Because it's little football school, or little school,
right?
It's a football program,
right?
And every once in a while, you catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, and he came in. He was there all last year, but he started playing the back half of last season. Was good, really good, and then now just a sophomore and a big part of what they're going to do.
Do you know the media guys out there at all?
Yeah,
we had to get them on.
Okay,
I think we had to get them on.
Okay,
Scatabo.
Yeah.
And by the way, what did we talk about last week? Scatabo. That's an incredible football name. Never, you wouldn't need another. He would just, like how there's like Venus, Serena, Tiger, MJ, Scatabo. It's not like he's going to get confused with the Orange County Scatabos. Number 3.
Cut number 3.
With respect for Rafa, Francis Chiappa says, it's my time. Why not me with a breakthrough at the U.S. Open?
Wow. Teary-eyed. Teary-eyed.
I appreciate that.
I do too. Francis Tiafoe with the upset of Rafael Nadal. Nadal's Grand Slam streak snapped at 22 wins. That is crazy. 24 years old. Lost it in the locker room, did Tiafoe, when he saw that LeBron James gave him a Twitter shout out. 6'4", 4'6", 6'3". Guys, we're going to talk about this in the next segment.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too deep here. By the way, Nadal was 31-2 against Americans in majors.
Wow.
Entering Monday's match. This is just stupid. Rafael Nadal's last loss to an American in a major. Don't even try. Was in 2005 against James Blake.
Wow.
2005. Somebody born the last time Rafael Nadal lost to an American in a major is now legally driving and probably a senior in high school.
Yeah.
That is BANANAS.
Bananas. Yes.
Jason. Well done.
Put it together.
I am enjoying the U.S. Open.
Even after a certain someone is no longer there?
We still have. Oh, Mike Barbump's on the chat. He knows the media guys too. Think
he does.
Okay. Mike, do me a favor. Why don't you upset that up with that Jay? You guys never text him up, and we'll see about getting this guy to be on here. So, yeah, Serena's out, but it's like, what is it? The Monster the Flame or whatever. Like I was already we had it on last night.
Yeah,
we had all it. My wife's into it.
That's great.
If you can get human interest stories.
Yes.
And that's really where, like, I mostly don't care about human interest stories. They bother me. Like every once in a while you get a really good one. But it's like Jennifer Dangler lost a toenail in 7th grade.
Right.
It's like, I get it.
She's had all these years to recover.
Right. Yeah. It's like, but you're reaching people like my wife, and I'm not generalizing with women either. There's a lot of guys, same thing, where that's the pull for them. Like, oh, it's kind of like during American Idol when she watched that, and I knew one thing. I knew if they showed like the American Idol contestant, they did the whole package of them back home, like milking cows and stuff, they're going through to the next round.
Yeah.
You never saw where it was like Jim Smith is doing the thing and singing, and in the off season he raises his 7 children and milks 4 cows. And then Simon's like, you're fired, or whatever it was.
Okay.
Like, went home, whatever his catchphrase was. It's the same thing here, but it's catching people. Like my wife, she was into that story, and she had a little tear going, and it's a fun watch.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's really picked up more than I thought it would without Serena.
Yes, it has. We'll talk about that a little bit more. While we got a 3-parter here over the next few segments. It was a long weekend. A lot of stuff happened. Let's start with the Serena retirement, sort of. And the U.S. Open, weirdly entertaining this year. We'll get to that next.
Sactown Sports 1140 is your home of the Las Vegas Raiders for the 2022 NFL season. Tune your dial to 1140 for all Raiders games. Plus, you can listen online at SactownSports.com and on the Sactown Sports 1140 app.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. It's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. Refinancewithshelby.com. That's refinancewithshelby.com. NLS number 279051, BRE number 01864354.
So is this the line for Dragon's Maze?
Wow, the line is really long.
We'll meet up later.
How long will you wait?
As long as it takes.
So you guys are only going to do this one ride all day?
It won't be that long, probably.
Mom, can you get us food?
But wait, are they cutting?
Caleb, food is so far away.
Should I say something?
Daddy, pick me up. Mom!
Hey, there's a line here.
Daddy, swing me.
That's like 20 people.
Oh
One person holds the line for 20 people? This is bull.
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.
If you want to hit the golf ball farther and straighter, the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers you the opportunity to experience the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA Tour professionals. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is an indoor facility that opens onto the driving range so you can see your most important ball flight. With the advantages of cutting-edge technology and analyzing your ball flight, the Hagen Oaks professional staff will make you a better player. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway, or call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Now, local businesses can get closer to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickups. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSconnect.com/local. Specific markets, restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
Billy Currington is coming back to SAC with Jiffy Lube's Country in the Park too. And he's bringing some friends, Russell Dickerson, and more. September 24th at Heart Health Park in Cal Expo. Tickets start at just $35 or upgrade your experience to the All Access Pass for $100. Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 24th at Heart Health Park with Hub Home Services. Get your tickets and more info at SactownSports.com.
Stimulating conversation about kitchen gadgets and baseball cards.
I think that's really crazy interesting.
It's the Carmichael Day Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
It all started with my parents, and they deserve everything. So I'm really grateful for them. Oh my God, these are happy tears, I guess. I don't know. And I wouldn't be Serena if it wasn't Venus. So thank you, Venus.
Been a fun ride.
It's been a fun ride, and I'm just so grateful to every single person that's ever said go Serena in their life. I'm just so grateful because, yeah, you got me here.
What a weird, let me that was fine. I'm saying, what a weird moment it must be. Whether you're a transcendent superstar like Serena Williams or you're Jason Ross the day, and we all hope this is how it happens. In radio, you don't get a retirement ceremony.
Right.
Your retirement ceremony is a conversation with your boss in HR where they're like, hey, we're going in a different direction. And 3 months later, you're at Home Depot. That's how it happens for radio people. But I would think, Jason, if you, 15 years from now, you decided that's it.
Right.
And like you're doing your last show, like you can't prep for that.
Yeah.
And then you're on your final segment and you're saying goodbye and you're like, this was I've done this more in my life than I haven't. This is what I will always be most known for and know the most. And this is it. Like, it's over. I'm retiring off. Like, that's gotta be a strangely bittersweet moment.
And for her case, being, world-class athlete, really super competitive. It was a great tennis match. She had every opportunity to win it.
Did.
And thinking she might still be going. So there's the disappointment. Then you've got to kind of push that aside and then try to thank everybody. That's a weird moment on court. I mean, if that's, a lot of times that just the match ends and you do a post press conference.
Right.
But this is on court in front of everybody. And then it's like,
everyone.
All right, here we go. It's just going to be pretty raw. And her opponent, by the way, amazing. I mean, because you have to watch. Everybody's there for Venus.
Oh, yeah.
For Serena. And then you just had the match of your life. You beat her. And then you get to talk to the crowd afterwards. And it was almost like she was apologizing because, sorry that I won, but she brought out the best in me. And, I mean, she was great with everything she said about Serena.
Let's see if we can find that.
I think she embodies that no dream is too big, and doesn't matter where you come from, the circumstances, you can do anything. If you believe in yourself, you love what you do, and you have an incredible support system and family around you. I travel with my family as well, and she's always been someone I looked up to also from that aspect. So I will definitely miss seeing her on the courts. It will not be the same.
Isla, congratulations. Terrific night, terrific match. Best of luck in your next one. Thank you.
Isla Tomljanovic, who I'm glad you said that, because obviously Serena was the center of gravity that night. That pulled everything in. I could not help be drawn to this young lady who, like you said, she just, when Serena won the previous match against the number 2 seed, I forget her name. My wife, who is Miss Tinfoil Hat, she turned to me at one point. She's like, "Do you think like there's any chance that like these tennis players love Serena so much that maybe they're just kind of like, eh?" And I said, I understand where you're coming from, but like it would be the biggest insult, first off, to Serena. And then secondly, like they're not, they love her, I'm sure, but they also want to be the person that knocked her out. Like, come on, like that's just the competitor in them. But you could legit tell, and I need to see Isla speak more because I'm not familiar with her mannerisms. But it certainly looked to me like her whole attitude was, I know I disappointed all of you, and I'm really sorry. I'm just trying to do my job, but I feel terrible, and I'm trying not to cry because I will miss Serena so much, and I'm the one who did it. So, like, she was so vulnerable and humble, I think is the right way to say it. It really kind of, that's somebody I'm going to kind of root for the rest of her career.
And I don't know the right way to do this. Part of me thought she should go first.
I totally
But then
agree.
she won, and then you're keeping Serena. I don't know. I don't know the right way to do that, but it worked beautifully with what Serena said and then what she said. It was nice.
I think that, by the way, they should have also kept the Oprah thing until that would have been cool to play there too. I still don't understand why they did that. But now you've got, and this is a great question, because you always wonder when somebody's retiring and they're still, obviously Serena can still play at the top level.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, again, not a tennis expert, but this is what I came away with. When I was watching Serena in that second set, she was just like, no, I'm going to beat you now.
Yeah.
Like she took control.
Right.
And then in the third set, if you go back and watch, it's like she couldn't go to her right. Every single time it seemed like, especially towards the end, that Isla hit a shot to Serena's right, she just kind of stood there and watched it go by. Like you could tell she just didn't have the cardio. Now, if that's age, okay, and I'm sure part of it is. But I would say this, and I know she doesn't want to. I think that if she took the time and she did train full time and she was like, I have to, I think she would.
Yeah, she just, as she said, she just hadn't been playing enough matches and she was getting better.
Yes.
You could see she was getting better. So what would she have been? I think this was like her 8th match of the year.
Yeah, and that's what she's going up against. So is this it for Serena?
Is there any chance you'll reconsider? I mean, I'm literally playing my way into this and getting better. I should have started sooner this year. I don't.
Okay. That stopped me. I'm literally playing my way into this. Yeah. I should have started. What are you playing your way? I mean, she could have just said, like in a present tense, like I just played my way into the tournament.
Yeah.
That sounded very much like, I don't know. Here's the rest of her.
I don't think so, but you never know.
I take that at face value.
Yeah.
But I also wonder if she's just going to be sitting there like designing and doing all the business that she's got going on. Be like, this isn't tennis.
That's a tough answer right after you get eliminated.
Yeah.
Because I think she will realize, well, she knows she's great and she's still really, really good. So if that drives her, I think she could still play. But I think she knew she was good before and maybe just felt like this was the right time. So getting away from it for a few days, few weeks, I think that'll maybe make it clearer for whatever path she wants to go.
I think everybody should start making sure that she hears the message that we don't think she can win anymore. Everybody just sends Serena.
That'll motivate her.
Everybody sends Serena Williams and say it was all a fluke.
Yeah.
It's all a fluke, Serena. You weren't. She gets motivated, comes back. The tennis is better for her.
For sure. With her out there.
And we talked about this too, that if I'm tennis, and I don't know what kind of motivation there or a mechanism there is here, but with somebody like Serena, Nadal, Federer, Djokovic, sure there's one or two others. Like Serena should get a lifetime exemption from any major she wants. You want to play you want to play in Wimbledon? You want to play in US? Doesn't matter. You're in the field. You can be, or we'll give you an exemption until you're 50. I don't know. She's not going to want to put herself out there and embarrass herself by then. I'm not worried about that. But she should, if she wants, any tournament she plays in is going to do better on television.
Yeah.
And I'm watching, and you're watching, and Jay's watching, and my wife is watching. God knows how many other people have been watching U.S. Open after Serena's been out, because that got us there. That's something that a lot of athletes can do historically.
Yeah, I think there's something to that, but I also would say this. I think I'll speak for myself. I was watching because I thought she could win.
Same.
So
I'm with you.
If she doesn't play the rest of this year and she's at the 4 majors next year,
I got you.
And doesn't play, I think she's out by round 1 or 2. And without a chance to win.
But you're going to watch her first match, right? No? You're going to wait to see if she gets
like
through?
almost like this as it was going. Like you get further and further invested. You're like, I mean, in watching, you're like, man, she can. There's moments where you go, man, she's, like you said, not moving well to her right. She looks like she's fatigued and done. And then you see a couple of points. You're like, she's still amazing.
Imagine if she'd won
that match. Yeah.
See, I find myself wondering, and I think it's a very fair thing to wonder, how big would this have gotten if she won the whole thing?
Yeah. Well, and we speculated, I think, even last week, like if there's a point where it's like her versus Coco Gauff. I mean, how great is that for tennis?
I think it's wonderful for tennis, and I think Coco Gauff would be in a situation that she has never been in before, which is, oh my God, I am absolutely the bad guy here.
Yeah. On home soil.
On home soil.
Yeah.
I'm the bad guy. But there, I mean, is there anyone that would have not been the bad guy against Serena?
Right. I mean, her parents are rooting for her, and the true diehard Coco fans, but the world would be rooting for Serena.
I'm not entirely sure Coco Gauff's parents. Again, I like Tomljanovic being humble.
What are you going to remember the most about this historic night for you?
Well, I'm feeling really sorry just because I love Serena just as much as you guys do, and what she's done for me for the sport of tennis is incredible, and I never thought that I'd have a chance to play her in her last match when I remember watching her as a kid in all those finals. So this is a surreal moment for me.
Great answer.
It's the best answer. It's the best answer because she humbled herself and she put herself basically as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
And what fan is going to be mad at? Listen, I'm sorry I beat her. That's my job.
Right.
And I wouldn't want, of course she's not going to.
I wanted to beat her so bad and shut all of you up.
I was watching the Nick Kyrgios versus Medvedev match, and Nick Kyrgios is incredibly entertaining.
Yes.
And also cheese isn't entirely on the cracker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he gets out there, but he's incredibly entertaining. I found myself thinking, like, would tennis be better in the long run if, like, what if it was just like Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz style trash talking the whole time?
It might actually help the sport.
I think it would,
because like Nadal and Federer are best of friends.
Yes. Hey. And Joker's like a little more fiery, but
but not too much. They all respect each other so much.
We still hang out after.
We know they want to beat each other, but it doesn't feel like there's any venom.
No venom. We need venom, dude.
Yeah.
Judge and Pujols and Judge, they hate each other.
What?
I don't think they do. It was a long and fun sports weekend featuring guys with muscles hitting balls. We'll talk about that next.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140's giving it to you.
I like the Monk deal a lot. The Kevin Herter one, you got control of a guy who, around the league, people still think he's a pretty good player.
Impressions. Let's start with the Kings' top pick, Keegan Murray. What do you think of him? And you obviously knew him well at Iowa.
Yeah, I thought he was terrific. I called efficient and versatile. He's going to make shots. He's an elite jump shooter.
Log on to SactownSports.com for exclusive content. SactownSports.com.
Time is running out for the Cowboys and the Cowgirls to earn their way into the PRCA National Finals, Rodeo's Super Bowl. The last Northern California chance is Saturday and Sunday, September 17th and 18th at the Marysville Stampede. Just $20 for adults and $10 for kids. That's the Marysville Stampede, September 17th and 18th at Cotton Rosser Arena at Riverfront Park in Marysville. Buy your tickets now at MarysvilleStampede.com.
Celebrate the crowning of the NTT IndyCar Series champion at the season finale Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca, September 9th through 11th. International athletes hitting 180 miles per hour as they roar by. Experience autograph sessions, Ferris wheel, go-karts, and delicious Monterey cuisine. And don't miss IndyCars descending the famous corkscrew at astounding speed and accuracy. Tickets are on sale at WeatherTechRaceway.com. Don't miss IndyCar racing and the season finale, September 9th through 11th. It's the fastest action in America.
Hey kids, it's Carmichael Dave talking to you about Capital Casino. Summertime heat is here, and Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite all of you to soak up some air conditioning, hang out, have some food, have a beverage. Always the most variety of table games in the region. Always the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Individual rates, coverage, offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, listen up. Pi Insurance wants to give you one of those aha moments, the kind that could save you money. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggest costs you face. But did you know that insurance providers have flexibility in setting their prices? That's right, but many don't bother giving small businesses the savings you deserve. Instead, you can get lumped in with other businesses and overcharged. Pi Insurance was created to change that. With Pi, you get a quote tailored specifically to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. And with helpful representatives just a call away, it's easy to understand why Pi is rated excellent by customers on Trustpilot. Take 3 minutes to see how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or go to trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Now, local businesses can get closer to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickups. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSConnect.com/local. Specific markets, restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. On Sactown Sports, 1140.
I'm a bad person.
I'm a bad man.
Congratulations to a longtime listener and fan of the program, Ryan Coda. Ryan was representing Disney, Lucasfilm, Skywalker Sound, and Star Wars at the Emmys in LA. Moon Knight got the Emmy, which is garbage. They got robbed. I mean, that's good. Congratulations to Ryan. And let's see, is what Jessica was with. It's pretty cool, little Sacramento connection.
That's great.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Woo! We've got some stuff that happened over the weekend, and it was high and it was deep.
Here's a drive, deep to left, way back. Put another one on there. Aaron Judge leads off the ball game with a titanic shot to left field. Number 53, Aaron Judge is guilty of putting the Yankees ahead 1-0. The only question is, how
You're a Yankee fan. I mean, we also a professional sports broadcaster.
The guilty part, I don't know. Kind of got me.
Like in a good way?
I'm not sure.
Aaron Judge is guilty, but he's a judge. What is he? He's not Aaron defendant.
By the way, I heard you remember Michael K. We were kind of like his call yesterday of the 54th.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Like he was into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Aaron Judge, there's another guy that hits home runs.
The one-strike pitch. A swing. A long one. Left center field. It's a gunner for Pujols. 695. 2-0 Cardinals in the 8th. Unbelievable.
People jumping up and down here at Busch Stadium, and he gets a big hug from Yadier Molina. You know he's going to get a curtain call. What a great moment here at Busch Stadium. True to the script, Albert Pujols homers in his final game against the Chicago Cubs.
He's tormented them enough.
He has. It's over. By the way, great call.
Yeah.
Cover to cover.
That was fun.
Cover to cover.
That was fun. I mean, those are, we're in the last month. There's a few races that are interesting, but I think just the home run watch with those two, can Pujols pass A-Rod? Can he get to 700? And then, how many can Judge get to?
It's going to, you know what? Watch. It's going to end up coming down to like the last day.
Well, that makes it fun.
It'll end up coming down to the last day. As a matter of fact, and what do they have left? Not
25 or so, maybe 20.
And he needs how many?
Who, for Pujols? 6 for
6.
700. Or was it 694 or 695?
Yeah, I mean,
he needs 5.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, and then Judge needs.
We're sitting at what, 52 right now?
54.
Is it 54 right now? Here's number 52 over the weekend.
Pitch to Judge is swung on and hit in the air to deep right center field. Back at the Walmart goal. She's gone. A home run. Aaron Judge. Adios pelota. 52 for Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Is it trademarked?
Excuse me. Adios pelota.
To the John Miller special.
Excuse me. Adios pelota. That's John Miller's. Yeah, that's John Miller. You can't do that.
I'm not sure who that was on the Yankee call because that was when they were in Tampa. Do you have yesterday's by chance? Because they were back at home, it might be your guy.
Yesterday's call. I have a bunch of Giants. I have some White Sox. I have some. Why would I not have that? That's a little weird. I have George Kittle talking about things.
That's fine. The other part that's become an interesting debate, and I know we brought it up a little while ago, but the Judge versus Shohei Ohtani on MVP. And this is going to sound like I'm just being a Yankee fan. I think it's Judge, but on the premise of what Shohei is doing that no one else could do, then if you're going to award Shohei for doing that as a pitcher and a hit, then he should win it every year because nobody has done that. Nobody's done it better than him. No one else pitches. And he's a really good pitcher.
Yes, he is.
And he's had a really good offensive season. But their team isn't any good.
No.
So, I don't know. You go back to value, and I know they win more games that when he pitches. I just think I think it's Judge. But he's having an historically amazing offensive season.
Well, it's funny. There are only 2 at-bats off from each other.
Okay.
They're 2 at-bats off of each other for the whole season and 2 plate appearances. Oh, no, there are actually a few more because of the walks. Let's see.
Offensively, I don't know that Shohei has any category ahead of Judge. And obviously pitching, it's vice versa.
Yeah. Total bait. No, I'm looking for anything here.
I think
he has less strikeouts.
Less?
Yeah, 134 to 147.
Okay. Does Judge have more walks?
Aaron Judge has 4 more stolen bases.
Yeah.
That's funny. Aaron Judge.
That's like 15 stolen bases.
That's your stat of the day right there. Did you know Aaron Judge had 15? How the hell does Aaron Judge have 15 stolen bases?
I think I saw it out there, and again, it's more of the state of the game. I want to say he's in the top 20 in stolen bases. with 15, which is
That's
sad.
insane.
But yeah, something like that.
That is honestly a stat that's going to stick with me all day.
Yeah.
If you had said to me, hey, here's some questions. Does Aaron Judge have 15 stolen bases? I say, dude, Aaron Judge might have 15 stolen bases in his career.
Right.
Nope, he has 15 stolen bases.
He's a 15-15 guy.
So you're correct from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah.
He's 100%, 100% the MVP. He's 100% the offensive MVP. There's no doubt about it. But that's the problem, is that it's not, the offense. He's 24th now. Sorry, I had to see that. Aaron Judge, 24, still top 25 in stolen bases is crazy. You that's what they have. I mean, the problem here is not the awards, or it is the awards. The problem is that MLB, shockingly, has done a terrible job at marketing the things it needs to market. Like, they actually have something called a Silver Slugger Award.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then don't they have, what is it? The Hank Aaron and there's an award that goes to the best hitter, I thought, in each league that they established. And I might be mixing this up with some award they just did with Bill Russell, but there's some sort of offensive. See, that's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Judge is the offensive MVP, but when it comes to MVP, it's Ohtani.
Really? But what? I guess, how do you define that?
Because
what is that? What is his dual role doing for the Angels?
Well, let's say this. I would say that Aaron Judge let's call him a 10 on offense this year, his performance. Would it be fair to say? I mean, and honestly, I'm not fishing. You tell me if you disagree. It is the Hank Aaron Award. Thank you. Would it be fair to say Ohtani in comparison would be what, a 7, 8?
Maybe even higher.
7?
On offense. I mean, he's amazing.
Let's call it an 8.
Okay.
Would it be fair to say if you took, I don't know, whoever's going to win the AL Cy Young? I know there's a couple people in there right now.
Yeah, but Shohei's up there. He's like a top 5 pitcher.
So 8, 9?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go 8 and 8. Just to kind of, even though I know you can make an argument.
Right.
That's a grand total of 16 to 8.
Doing it that way, yeah.
And I know that and your question was, what is it doing?
Then he's the MVP every season.
And I agree with you.
I just think he's one of one. I think he's unique,
I agree with you too. And I didn't like it when Hakeem Olajuwon got the MVP over Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I didn't like when Karl Malone got the MVP over Michael Jordan. I did not like it. I would have rather have Michael Jordan win the MVP 12 straight times because Michael Jordan was the MVP 12 straight times. Let me ask you this. Would you not trade Aaron Judge straight across for Shohei Ohtani as a Yankee fan? Would you not bring in Ohtani's offensive game? And oh, by the way, you just added a top line starting pitcher.
Right.
And he's 27.
Right.
Which, by the way, I retract that. Him being 27 and Judge being 30 should not matter in this conversation.
Yeah. Gosh, that's a really good question. I really think about it. The dual part of it is the true draw.
Yes.
And again, that's not even sliding him as a hitter because he's amazing.
He's a great hitter. No, you're 100% correct.
I just look at, let me see.
If it's offense to offense, you probably don't make that trade.
So Royals, Tigers,
Mm-hmm.
A's, and Rangers.
Royals, Tigers, Rays.
No, A's and Rangers.
A's and Rangers.
4 teams that have a worse record than
the Angels. I agree with you.
Don't understand. So he's not around.
Right.
Take off 10 wins.
Take what?
Take 10 wins away, I guess. Judge has the best WAR. Like historically great season. Historically. Sure. Otherwise, I mean, to me, it's Ohtani every season then because literally no one else does this.
No. And I would say this. God, we got to break. This is such a good conversation. You think the Yankees wins go down if Ohtani's on there instead of Judge? Pitching and hitting.
I mean, is it just that the Angels are that bad? They don't win every time he pitches.
No, they don't. And yet he still has.
He just hit 30-something home run, 2 more home runs yesterday.
Yes.
They're still bad.
Doesn't it kind of tell you or say to you what he could do if he was on the Yankees? What would his record be? What would his numbers,
I'd like to see it.
What would his numbers be like offensively?
Yeah.
He's got those guys protecting him.
True.
Although I shouldn't say, Trout's been out. Right. It's not like he doesn't have any protection. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's a great conversation. When we come back, as we do wait on the NFL, College football opened up for reals. We have all the fun and hijinks. And maybe Florida State highlight coming up next.
You ask for more 49ers coverage, and Sactown Sports 1140 listen.
Let's go, Niner gang.
Get all the latest 49ers news and notes online at SactownSports.com. Plus, make sure to follow us on IG at Sactown1140 for Emil Fragoso's live postgame show following every game.
That is what we expect out of the Niner gang.
Niners win! Your home for the most 49ers coverage in Sacramento. Sactown Sports 1140.
Divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Sacramento area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy, and you know now's the time to replace your system, and you can get $2,500 off on a new HVAC home system installation, 0% financing, and payment plan options available. There's no reason to keep putting off making your home a place of comfort for you and your family. Don't wait. Call today, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, or go to AmericanEnergyAir.com, your second opinion partner.
Contractor license number 1083187. Offer expires September 30th, 2022.
Ken Jeong and Joe McHale together live.
And here's my interview for med school. Well, so Ken, tell me about yourself. Well, I'm Korean. Stop. Congratulations, you're in. That's it.
Here's why Denver sucks. First of all, they built the airport just outside of Sacramento.
Friday, September 16th, Thunder Valley Outdoor Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now for the summer concert schedule. And to purchase tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Ken Jeong and Joe McHale live at Thunder Valley Outdoor Amphitheater.
This November, Californians will have a choice between two initiatives on sports betting. What's at stake? We have a chance to tax and regulate sports betting to fund permanent solutions to our homelessness crisis. That's Prop 27. Prop 27 generates hundreds of millions every year to get people off the streets and into housing. On the other hand, Prop 26, not a dime to solve homelessness or treat addiction. Prop 27 has strong protections to prevent minors from betting and strictly prohibits betting on youth sports. Prop 26, no protections for minors. Prop 27 helps every tribe, including disadvantaged tribes. Prop 26, a money grab for the wealthiest casino tribes, leaving nothing for disadvantaged tribes. The differences are important, and the choice is clear. Vote yes on 27. Ad paid for by Yes on 27, Californians for Solutions to Homelessness and Mental Health Support, a coalition of housing and mental health experts, concerned taxpayers, and digital sports, entertainment, and gaming companies. Committee major funding from Penn Interactive Ventures.
There's nothing like hearing the songs you love on local radio, with no subscriptions and no monthly fees. But there's a new bill in Congress that could stop the music. If passed, this bill would tax your local radio station simply to play the music you love. Text LOCAL to 52886 and ask Congress to support local radio stations. Help us keep you connected to the music, local news, weather, and traffic that you need each day. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
If you want to hit the golf ball farther and straighter, the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers you the opportunity to experience the same technology and major brands used to fit PGA and LPGA Tour professionals. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is an indoor facility that opens onto the driving range so you can see your all-important ball flight. With the advantages of cutting-edge technology and analyzing your ball flight, the Hagen Oaks professional staff will make you a better player. Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway, or call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Now, local businesses can get closer to every customer in their city with fast, affordable shipping. Introducing USPS Connect Local. You want speed? We deliver same or next day. You want savings? We give you supplies at a flat rate. You want less legwork? We do free pickups. Move your local business forward with the United States Postal Service. Let's connect at USPSconnect.com/local. Specific markets, restrictions apply. Same day or next day delivery expected, but not guaranteed with entry close to final destination.
Time to see the return of Pro Rodeo to Marysville next Saturday and Sunday, September 17th and 18th. For ticket info, go to MarysvilleStampede.com.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the flagship station of your Sacramento Kings. It's Sactown Sports 1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone. When he's not on the microphone, he's playing a song. And when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay, hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Snap back, zone read, play action. Boy, they'll throw it back to Travis on an end around and a throw back into the end zone. Caught! Yeah! Touchdown! A flag thrown. Pokey Wilson. A little trickeration from Mike Norvell. Touchdown, Florida State. Now Travis hit as he throws, drilled towards the end zone for Wilson. Oh, he made a catch with one hand. Pokey Wilson. Touchdown, Florida State. Touchdown, FSU.
Quick toss, mishandled, and I think maybe LSU had a chance at it. Mishandled by Trayshawn Ward. And LSU says they have the football, and they do. And Florida State, 1 yard out from putting this one away. Two receivers left, one to the right. Daniels in the shotgun. Williams, the lone back. Daniels looking to throw. Fires a bullet. Caught. Jeray Jenkins back of the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. And the Tigers are a point away from tying this up.
Point away from tying it up.
What could go wrong?
Well, I can tell you this much as a lifelong Florida State fan, born into a Lady Seminole blanket, son of two Florida State grads, I can tell you my whole life has been filled with, well, wide left, wide right, this, that, whatever. Of course, as a Florida State fan, I know what's going to happen. It's going to be a fake field goal, and they're going to score two and win the whole thing. Like, it never works out for us until it does.
Boy to snap, Bramlett to hold to send it to free football. Snap, spot, blocked! Yeah! It's no good! Yeah! It's blocked! Shaheem Brown got his men on it! Fire up the war chant and plant the spear! Nose win!
Okay, I want to say this too, even with my own guys and how much I love it, just to show that I'm fair. It's not a good call.
Well, that's the analyst.
I
right?
know. That's what I'm saying. That is you're not helping when the play.
It's bringing the excitement of the game.
It sucks. I think it should be a felony. Let's be honest. I wonder if that happened on the LSU side.
The all-important point after in a 24-23 ball game. Here's the snap. Placement down. Kick on the way, and it is blocked, and it hits the crossbar. No good. And Florida State going to survive this one 24-23.
Yeah. It's a great game. I watched 10% of it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Did you see the best 10?
I went outside almost exactly in time to see the touchdown to make it 24-23 and the extra point blocked.
Okay.
And then I also watched much of the first half.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. I missed everything else. Would you like to know why?
Why?
You should have been like, no. Then that was timing me. I wouldn't know where to go. Because I was doing a Facebook Live with my friend Michelle Daffer.
That's right.
Yeah. A 10-minute Facebook Live. 10, maybe 20 minutes.
Went longer?
An hour and 10 minutes during FSU LSU. Hour and 10 minutes.
You talk that much?
Dude. And it's, by the way, I'm only saying this because I love Michelle. Like, legit. That's my girl.
She'll be joining us on Friday, by the way.
10 to 20 minutes is what they said. 10 to 20 minutes. I had people over. They were outside. People were over. The game was on.
Where's Dave?
By like the 48th minute. And it's like, so if this is legit, if they win on Wednesday, who do you think the first Republic player MLS is going to grab? I'm like,
probably Brian, right?
Yeah.
Jeff.
And I can't.
No, it's Brian. Stop. We're not going to have controversial radio this morning.
It's Billy. 10 to 20 minutes. And here's the thing. It's live.
Right.
I don't want to seem like Debbie Downer.
Do it live.
You can't just be like, hey, I gotta go. The game's on. That's really rude.
Well, you should have had like a smoke signal or something like that. If I itch my nose 3 times.
The smoke signal was, hey, about how 10 to 20 minutes. Yeah. That was the smoke signal.
I look at this as you provided in-depth coverage.
You know what you could have done, which was not planned by
Michelle. Yeah, could have done that, right?
So I had one early in the week to same thing with Michelle, with Scott Marsh and I. So it was like a preview of Davis.
And they're great. Where the news comes first, Channel 3. Proud to be partnered with them. Don't get me wrong.
And Sac State's football season.
Yeah.
So I'm on there, and all of a sudden I get that little signal on my computer. Your battery is low.
I got that too.
And I started to text her and say, and we were almost done. And I said, my battery is, and I was literally typing running out, and I went, boop, and I disappeared. Well,
yours cut off?
I went completely out. It gave me like a 5% warning and then went out.
And then
there was no time.
That was the end of your
hit?
hit?
The text. And I said, wow. But we had been on for a while, and it was already kind of like last thoughts. And I just said mine, but we didn't officially wrap, so I didn't see the end.
I think
you could have done that. Could have pulled the plug.
I think we need to.
But see, I think where you failed was you shouldn't have asked how long it was going to be. You should have said, hey, I got 20 minutes.
I know that from here, listen, this is the first one. I know that here on out, that's 100% going to be how it goes.
Okay.
But I just.
Wait, the part where you tell her you have 20 minutes?
Yes, 100%.
Wait.
I'm calling management. Turn off your mic, would you? Because I got to get this.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my thing. Can we talk the whole live stuff? Can we talk to them? Just make sure that we have like time parameters. I don't want to be rude. I feel like I'd be overstepping my bounds.
Yeah, I'll shoot an email out today.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day. I'll see you later.
All right, I'll be in around 9.
Okay, bye. That was our assistant program director.
Oh,
Justin Marshall.
You called him?
I was going to forget otherwise. I feel like that's fair. Now, if they want to go an hour and 5 minutes on the TV side, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Let's take over the station, baby.
You'll even interrupt Judge Judy.
Hey, Judy.
I got this.
Pipe down, sister. We're talking Republic. That's fine. But man. Anyways, had a blast. Make sure you check it out on Facebook. So yeah, I didn't get.
You saw the win.
I did. I did see the win. College football was great. Clemson.
Last night, yeah. Boy, was I wrong on Friday when we were doing the predictions. I'm like, Oregon's going to represent the Pac-12. Did they show up? I wasn't close. Notre Dame, Ohio State was pretty good.
Notre Dame, Ohio State was pretty good. I mean, listen, I'm not trying. I'm aware of who I'm sitting next to. I tweeted this during the game because, I thought, and to be fair, I said this Friday, I thought Georgia was going to blow them out.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like the Pac-12 is a relevant national football conference anymore. Not right now.
It hasn't shown it.
USC might be the ones eventually. I know. I'm not rooting for it either if it makes you feel any better. As a matter of fact, let me state publicly, if you said to me that I had a choice between having UCLA or USC bring the Pac-12 out of there, I would pick UCLA.
Why?
Because I hate USC.
Your daughter's going
I hate USC more. I feel like UCLA.
Wait, you hate UCLA?
I'm sorry. I did say UCLA.
You said you hate USC more, meaning that you hate UCLA.
I hate everything LA. That's the starting foundation. Okay. But On levels of hate.
I hate everything Florida.
I don't blame you. I hate everything Florida too. That just happened to be. Why couldn't my parents have gone to school in like Washington State or something? Right? They had to go in Florida. I'm not. You're not gonna find me defending Florida, but I hate UCLA less.
Okay,
it's considerably less.
That's a win.
But it just. I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, they end up with a bunch of pros in the conference, but each team collectively just, Utah's supposed to be really good. They lost to Florida.
Right.
Oregon gets embarrassed. Like UCLA and USC won, but, they didn't play Bowling Green and Rice. So, like.
Oh, well, Florida, unranked Florida beat number 7 Utah.
Right. That's bad for the conference.
Number 3 Georgia boat raced Oregon. It was number 11. So you had the number 7 and the number 11 teams both lose out of conference. Like you said, USC won 66-14, but they were literally playing a starch. And then Cal beat UC Davis.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, Davis was with them.
Yeah, I get it. No offense to the Aggies. Aggies up, but just saying.
Yeah. Conference needs help.
They do.
That's why they're leaving.
But
they're fleeing.
I don't like it.
I
don't like that it's like that because we're getting to this place where it's like, okay, well, it's pretty much the SEC and like 4 schools.
Right. Well, and there was a time where it was SC. Not that long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the team to beat. They were the best program.
Yeah. And now, I mean, I'm really stinking tired of the SEC having all the, it's basically the SEC. You got the Big Ten, a couple of schools, but the Big Ten almost has Pac-12itis. Like every year, Ohio State's almost a separate thing.
Right.
But I'd say almost every year you have Michigan and Michigan State and all these teams playing against each other and beating. And going into the bowl season, you have like 4 of them in the top 25. And then they'll get boat raced in the bowls.
Right.
Like, oh, okay.
Well, SEC teams.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So but then we get to this whole like preseason polling thing. It's whatever. Clemson won their game pretty handily. Alabama won. I mean, nothing really crazy other than those minor upsets, which, as we talked about, are kind of minor upsets.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Don't forget, Angie Ashby going to join us in about an hour, 20 minutes. We'll talk about the big event tomorrow. But coming up next, we've got the best of the weekend, including another son of a player we watched growing up to make us feel old. We'll do that next.
Live and past broadcasts of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and Cattles and Rami. Interviews, podcasts, and more. They all live on the Sactown Sports 1140 app. Download the app now in the App Store and Google Play.
The Labor Day event from Dell Technologies is here. End the summer strong by starting up a new season of productivity. Your business upgrade begins with up to 48% off top-rated laptops, like Vostro, taking performance to the next level with 12th Gen Intel Core processors. It's time to push your growing business even further. What's next for you? Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm sure you've heard the phrase, let Safe Credit Union put you first. Well, that phrase is honest, genuine, and sincere. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. At Safe, you're not a number. You are part of a member-owned, community-focused family. Explore the benefits of saving, borrowing, and investing with a partner who puts you first. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Question 1.
All righty. Bill Belichick making some interesting travel decisions. We've also got jobs being gotten and lost.
He won the job.
Won and lost in the NFL. And we have Jay Mars, not to be confused with Justin Marshall, our assistant program director, who will be in at 9 o'clock. We have Jay Mars here. Question 1.
What was the best part of your long weekend?
Not your Facebook Live, apparently.
Yeah, I hated that.
I love that. I had a blast. Best part of my weekend, and I've had all morning to think about this question, too. Best part of the weekend, I will be honest. Sunday, pulling a 14-hour smoked brisket off the Traeger, and I tried it's one of those things where you take a strip. This how
I'm glad you didn't quit smoking everything.
Hey, see that?
LOL.
You see that? You take a slice of brisket that you sliced,
yes,
and you put it on a fork. All right, and if
you eat it,
and if it flaps down,
Crazy.
like if it flaps down like this, you've done a good job. If there's any sort of pull where the meat, worst thing would be for the meat to be straight on the fork or like down a little bit.
You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
So you want it to be limp brisket?
Yes! That's a standing O.
Thank you. Won my A game today. Second cup of coffee.
You know what? That was my best part of my long weekend right there. Come on. That was fantastic.
And then, I mean, end the show. Just end the show.
I know.
Just go to Rome early. I made a new potato salad. It's basically the same as an old potato salad, but
This
instead
is
of
important.
I know. Instead of using all mayo, right? It was mayo with about a third sour cream to kind of lighten it up. And here's the thing. Normally I would just like dice the potatoes and put that in there. This one was more, I didn't even know there was something called Japanese potato salad, but it's a Japanese style potato salad. And one of the things they do, they mash about half the potatoes in there, and then the rest are chunky.
I think I'd like that for texture purposes.
It gives it a completely different texture. Oh my goodness gracious. It was wonderful.
Is this your new go-to?
I think it might be my new go-to.
Wow.
It was wonderful. Back to you.
As good as your beets that you haven't brought in?
Oh, I got to make some more beats today. You're right. Shame on moi.
Beats by Drave.
Beats. Number 2. Number two.
Well, Jason has an opportunity to share his best part.
I'm with you, and I'm for that. I'm trying to get out of this as quick as possible.
Besides limp brisket, the best part of the weekend. I was just having college football back. Being in the booth, calling a game.
Oh, yeah.
Home game, Hornets win. It was just love college football the whole day, watching games.
So great.
Love it. And then we're also football this weekend.
Little too hot.
Yeah, I would say, they moved the game back on Saturday, which was good.
Yes.
I mean, that was better. It wasn't, based on yesterday and what we have today, nearly as bad as that. It was actually a beautiful evening. But yeah, it's great to have college football back.
Question 2.
The Giants finally beat the Dodgers yesterday. It happened.
Jay, you worried?
It happened. A little bit. That snapped their 8-game losing streak against LA. Does this do anything for you?
Yes. As a matter of fact, it
recharges you?
It does nothing. Like, okay, so if
it just stopped the streak.
If nothing is 0, it does like negative.
Does that?
It does. You know what it does? It counts one more game towards the end of this godforsaken season where we can just get to playoff baseball and something
I love
about.
how snooty Giants fan calls
Snooty.
it godforsaken season.
Yeah, it's just
the A's have had a godforsaken season.
You know what? The A's are going to play exactly as many playoff games as the Giants will.
Can we say that the route to playing as many playoff games as the Giants will has been not as good?
Well,
like the Giants have people on their team you've heard of.
They're also playing in a ballpark that isn't.
Yeah, one of the seats you might not sit in.
Yeah, you don't have an old lazy boy in left center.
Hey,
a hubcap on the right field line.
There's 29 games left. If they win out,
yes,
the Dodgers lose out. Giants win by 2. They win the division by 2.
There you go.
Really that easy.
I will tell you this much.
So you're telling me there's a chance
if that were to happen.
Yeah, and last night started it.
I would say by game 15 of that streak, I would all of a sudden actually.
Then you would get
into it.
15 is the magic number.
If they won 15 straight,
15
Dodgers
straight.
lost 15 straight.
Yeah, I would get it. Then I'd be like, hey, we might have something here.
If the Dodgers lost 15 straight, Jay, would Dave Roberts get fired?
No.
25 straight?
Maybe.
Okay.
If the Dodgers lost every game the rest of the year,
including
playoffs,
oh,
they fire him.
They fired Dave Roberts.
I'm just wondering if they lost every game the rest of the regular season.
You didn't let me finish. They lost it because they all collectively got a horrific case of herpes that knocked them out for like 3 months.
I mean, if Dave Roberts gave it to all of them, he'd get fired.
And Dave Roberts didn't get it. Him and the coaching staff didn't, but all the players and pitchers did. And they had to play with all minor leaguers. Does he still get fired?
It's because they wore cups.
That's exactly right, Jay. Number 3.
That was just
Limp Brisket.
That was just weird.
What I'm saying, it could happen. You think they don't have STDs in sports?
Of course not.
What do you think happens when you look on the injury list and it says flu-like symptoms?
They have protective sex with their partners.
Yeah,
That's
here's the thing. Ever wonder why you never see
Question 3.
Jameson Jonalton
position
out 2 to
player
3 crabs?
Cody
You're never gonna see it.
Clemens. Cody Clemens.
Cody Clemens.
Yes, relation to Roger. He's his son. He pitched last night in Anaheim and recorded his first strikeout.
I don't like it.
Though he is now only 4,671 strikeouts behind his famous father, his one strikeout last night came against Shohei Ohtani. Stats never struck out Shohei Ohtani. This is a fact.
That is true.
Does he have bragging rights on his dear old daddy?
How many times did he or do we think this, because he's a position player, so do we know if he pitched the whole inning? Got 3 outs. I guess
so.
I guess we can.
I think he has to. We can't
now he's in contention with Shohei apparently for the MVP because he's doing 2 things.
He's doing 2 things. What game was this again?
It was the Angels and Tigers, the much talked about. And by the way, Kreidler got a hit.
Yes, I saw that he walked a couple of times on.
Kreidler gets a hit. Clemens gets a strikeout. That's baseball.
That is, Kreidler and Clemens and Clemens and Kreidler. All right, so Kellen Clemens was the pitcher. So Kellen Clemens, because this is important. This is why When I say, wait, who's Kellen Clemens? Quarterback? Wasn't Kellen Clemens quarterback for the Jets or something?
Yes, I believe you're correct.
I think I'm 100% correct. Okay.
Jets are the Browns.
So I think this was his, wow, he's 26 years old. He's old.
He gave 3 hits and an earned run.
Oh, he did?
And 1K.
Oh, okay. All right. So here's the thing.
Let's focus on the 1K. Let's focus on the positive.
So he gave up the 3 hits, so that means by the way, 15 pitches, 13 strikes. That means that he's striking out 33% of every pitcher every batter he's faced.
Yes.
Now, if you extrapolate that over a full season, he smashes the strikeout record.
Yeah, and he's striking out every pitcher he's faced. Shohei's a pitcher. He struck him out
100% of the time. He also is striking out. Like nobody has, that's a pretty good hitter to strike out too.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. He also has 14 hits this year. I'm pretty sure that's more than Roger Clemens had career.
I would think so.
Yeah.
He's better.
I'll put it this way. Cody Clemens, better chance of making the Hall of Fame than Roger Clemens.
Probably true.
Sadly.
Factual. All right, Bill Belichick's already strategizing, and the season hasn't even started yet. We'll tell you what he's doing to perhaps avoid the flu for his team. Speaking of, we'll do that next.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140's giving it to you.
I like the Monk deal a lot. The Kevin Herter one, you got control of a guy who, around the league, people still think he's a pretty good player.
Impressions, let's start with the Kings' top pick, Keegan Murray. What do you think of him? And you obviously knew him well at Iowa.
Yeah, I thought he was terrific. I called efficient and versatile. He's going to make shots. He's an elite jump shooter.
Log on to SactownSports.com for exclusive content. SactownSports.com.
Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, talking about positionless basketball. It features players who shoot well from beyond the arc, can defend multiple positions, and would thrive in a pass-happy system. The way the players rely on each other is similar to how the body works when supported by Good Feet arch supports. By supporting all 4 arches, the foot, knees, hips, and low back become properly aligned, so that each can do their job pain-free. If you have foot-related pain, it's time to get serious. Good Feet makes over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities of arch supports. So your solution is waiting. Visit Good Feet now for a free, no-obligation, personalized fitting and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet arch supports. In Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto online. GoodFeet.com.
Hey, kids, it's Carmichael Dave talking to you about Capital Casino. Summertime heat is here, and Cap Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, wants to invite all of you to soak up some air conditioning, hang out, have some food, have a beverage. Always the most variety of table games in the region. Always the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Nerds! Here at NerdWallet, we often see people wrestle with financial decisions.
Mike is in the ring, up against his nemesis, Indecision. Mike can't decide the best way to save his money, and Indecision has him boxed in. But wait, Mike tagged in NerdWallet.
Let's go. With NerdWallet's side-by-side comparisons, you can find a high-yield savings account with interest rates that earn more bang for your buck. So the next time you wrestle with a financial decision, you'll come out on top. NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
Time is running out for the Cowboys and the Cowgirls to earn their way into the PRCA National Finals, Rodeo's Super Bowl. The last Northern California chance is Saturday and Sunday, September 17th and 18th at the Marysville Stampede. Just $20 for adults and $10 for kids. That's the Marysville Stampede, September 17th and 18th at Cotton Rosser Arena at Riverfront Park in Marysville. Buy your tickets now at MarysvilleStampede.com.
Got a take? Make sure it's a hot one.
Take a shot right now.
Call or text at 916-339-1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports, 1140.
We have a little strip of fake turf in here and one of those setups where you putt and it's got a hole and a return and it's a little fake putting green. Right. We also have somebody brought in a wedge for chipping.
I think that's Doug's.
Is that Doug's?
Still.
Left it over. So, every once in a while during the break, especially since I'm inside more now.
Yeah. You're working on your golf game.
Working on my golf game. I don't know how to chip, and I don't think I ever will. I don't understand. It's like a magical superpower some people have. I don't know how to do anything close to the green except unless it's absolutely egregious and I'm 30 feet off the green in 6-foot high weeds, I will putt the ball because I know I'll get it closer.
Wow. I
will putt the ball like literally 20 yards off the green.
Based on what you just did, you should putt.
Yes, I will, because it's gonna one of three things will happen. I will hit the ball exactly an inch and a half in front of me. Number two, I will blade it and sail way over the green.
I think you had 3 of your 4 like that.
Or the other thing, my favorite, and this happened to me yesterday, the ball will go about 10 feet, but from where I'm standing, it'll go 10 feet noon. It just goes straight out in front of me. I don't get it. MC says I need to have soft hands. Well, so does my wife. Here's the problem. I do what I can. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my wrists. And that's something you should be able to practice at home, right?
Yeah, or here in the studio. That was practice, and you didn't make it perfect.
I did not. It's a waiting game at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Bill Belichick is sending the Patriots to Miami today.
That's different. It's like Super Bowl week.
That's early.
Yeah. And they've struggled there, traditionally, New England in Miami.
Yeah. It's really weird some games. And for some reason, the two ones that always get me involved, the Dolphins. The Patriots and Dolphins is almost always weird, at least once a year. Like, remember that, what was it, the Gronk last year? Yeah, but there's always something. The other one, I guess some people you'll remember this, though. The Dolphins and Jets have also historically had some amazingly crazy games. Al Michael's been a part of a lot of that. But now this weekend, You got the Pats and Dolphins Sunday, 10 a.m., CBS. Belichick sends them out Tuesday? So you have Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday. So I'm trying to think here, like, what is he doing? Is this get it out of your system, boys? We'll get there Tuesday.
Right.
First practice is first team meetings on Thursday. Or is it, I'm going to test your discipline right away?
Yeah, because it's not a, hey, get acclimated to a time zone. You're in the same time zone. Maybe an argument is partially weather, but that's a small argument. I think it's the distractions. And, hey, maybe we won't even do anything till Thursday, like you said. Or I don't know. This is totally abnormal from what their typical routine is. They would normally fly Saturday.
Yeah. Is it a mind game?
It's a waiting game.
Because I don't understand. Like what? Again, I can't imagine he's doing it just to get it out of the way. He's not going to say, go out. Hey, everybody go out and, hit the clubs. We'll see you Thursday.
Yeah.
On to Miami.
Right. No, I mean, what's his famous saying? No days off. They're going to go down there and work, but maybe the assumption is they're also going to go out. And if they're going to go out, let's get it done earlier in the week. And maybe it's one of those things, I don't know, Summer League, when we go to Vegas, hey, we're there 4 nights. It's going to be great. And then by like the 3rd or 4th night, you're like, I'm done. I went out the first 2 nights, stayed up till 3 a.m. Yeah, I don't have any left. So let's just shut it down. Maybe that's the thought process.
Yeah. Listen, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, we think.
Although he hasn't done much without Tom Brady.
Yeah. But if they win, I'm sure this is something he'll implement again, if he can. The fact that they haven't started the season, it gives him a pretty good opportunity to do this.
Do they have to do something this year? Not have to, like he's going to get fired.
No. I mean, they made the playoffs last year.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Considering,
the rookie QB. That was good.
Is that all coaching?
All of it.
I mean, last year they went 10-7. It was 7-9 the year before they missed the playoffs. Since Bill Belichick has taken over the Patriots, they've missed the play. By the way, that was in the year 2000.
Year 2000.
He's missed the playoffs 4 times. And by the way, 2 of those 4 times they missed the playoffs came in the first 3 years that he was there.
Wow.
And he was 9-7 one year they didn't make the playoffs. He was 11-5. I think that was the Matt Castle year, right?
Yes.
In 2008. Not Matt Castle or Jimmy Garoppolo. He was 11-5 in 2008 and missed the playoffs. So that's pretty darn good. There's no chance, by the way, right? There's no chance that there's any sort. I know we talked about this yesterday or last year and the year before. Well, without Tom Brady, I mean, this is where we find out is Bill Belichick actually. Bill Belichick. What if he coaches the Patriots in 5 years, and they're all 10-7s, 9-8s, 11-6, missed the playoffs, maybe 1 second rounder and the rest first round exits. Does that hit his resume at all without Tom Brady? Like, look at what he's done without Tom Brady, lifetime. Look at what Tom Brady did without him.
Well, I mean, there's been that debate from the very beginning, and then that first year Brady's without him, Brady goes and wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that really probably put not a dent. That's not the right thing. I mean, because Belichick's one of the all-time greats, if not the greatest. But if he did something without Tom, that'd be a huge boost for him. He doesn't need it. It'd just be another little feather in the cap.
He's 53 and 60. 53 and 60 without Tom Brady. And that doesn't count that 11-5 year because he had Tom Brady. He was just hurt. But 53 and 60 if you go Cleveland and you go New England. We're not going to include his Jets tenure, which he was the original.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think about him doing this? There's obviously a method behind it. I don't know if he's overthinking it. Maybe he's got it spot on. He knows his team, you would think. This feels like a long way away from home.
It does. I'm looking forward to, and I would imagine there will be press availability at some point.
Yeah.
He'll get very clear as to why, or he won't.
Yeah, well, and like the Niners have been pretty famous for this the last couple of years. If they have those back-to-back East Coast games and they stay out there or go to, what is it, Youngstown, Ohio, and train instead of coming all the way home. I mean, everybody's got their little ideas, but
and the nightlife in Youngstown
slightly different,
different than Miami's. You ever been to Miami?
I have
too.
Yeah.
Again, I know it's personal. I don't get it. I just Miami. It's too hot and humid. I mean, I get it. Everything's like cool looking.
Yeah.
It's just too hot and humid. Here's some random stuff since we have football starting this week. How about Tampa Bay coach, since we talked about Todd Bowles on radio stations he listens to? Is Cage Decay in here?
He's been all in since we got him. He's all in now. So I don't follow the off the field stuff. I listen to XM, The Groove, and Soul Town, and Silk Radio. So my off the field activities are honestly not even football related. It twirls around between Rock the Bells and XM Fly and a couple of things like that for me.
We're at that point.
Yes.
We're ready for football.
We need football to start.
Are you done with all of your fantasy drafting?
No, I've only had the one. I have two tomorrow night. Really? Same time.
Wait, you have two at the same time?
Yeah.
How is that going to happen? Just
magic.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Yes. The good thing is I'm not one like most of these leagues. Hopefully you get a minute and a half. I'm ready to go for the most part. When my picks,
you're all queued up.
Yeah, I go, okay, I'm going to go between this guy and this guy, and then unless it maybe 3 picks away, unless they literally go back to back. I'm like, oh man, the odds of that happening are
not great.
So it rarely happens, but sometimes I kind of zig when others zag.
I did the dumbest thing on Saturday. So the friends we always travel with. So Melissa's in their football league. I won't go. I think it's a dumb football league. I won't get in it because there's no points per catch of any kind. Right? It's one of those like 62 to 57 ones. So she won it last year. They all do their draft, and then I brought Avery and Gus over to their house to kind of hang out after the draft was over. What an idiot move on my part. I was there for a half an hour, and I left I just left Avery and Gus there.
Why? Because they were talking about their teams?
Never, ever roll up to someone's house post-draft if you're not in that football league.
Yeah.
After the third person came up to me, and by the way, it probably doesn't help if you work in sports at all. After the third person came up to me, and it's always the same thing. I know, and I want to make this a public service announcement because my buddy did this too. He goes, I know I'm breaking the rules here because we always talk about nobody wants to hear your bad beats. Nobody wants to hear your just because you acknowledge that you've spoken before and it's acknowledged that it's bad form to bring up your fantasy football team to somebody and then basically you're kind of asking them for their grade, but really you just want to brag about who you got and how on day 0 before the league even starts, you think you've got a really good shot. It doesn't make it okay just to barrel through. That's like me saying, I know I'm not supposed to fart in your face.
Right.
Sorry. Well, actually, but not even sorrying. And just rolling forward.
Yeah, just keep going.
Nobody ever wants to hear about your fantasy football team. Unless, like, for example, I was drafting my fantasy football team and I fell off a cliff and landed on a cactus face first. Okay, that's an exception. The one time somebody wanted to hear about someone else's fantasy football team after a draft, the one time in human history this happened, nope, trick question. It's never happened. So that's fine.
So Thursday, I can't tell you about both my teams I'm drafting.
Well, you're different, of course.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying for the record. Trust me, I'm helping you out. If they say they want to hear, if they say to you, tell me about your fantasy football team, I want to know. They're lying. And while you're talking about it, they're thinking of ways to off themselves. Please believe me, I'm accurate on this. I'm accurate on this $2,500 off offer. Going on right now, and they've extended it because it's so hot. That's why I love these guys. This is why I love these guys, because this is a great deal. They're giving away, I mean, they're literally giving away cash. But it's so dang hot, and air conditioners are falling by the wayside all over the place. Well, at American Energy, guess what? They got you covered, dude. $2,500 off. Now's the time to replace your system. Do it! Get $2,500 off on a new HVAC home system installation with 0% financing. Payment plan options available. There is no reason, none at all, to keep putting off making your home a place of comfort for you and your family. Offer expires September 1st. Don't wait. Call today, 916-520-9990. Hey, Jason. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. It's AmericanEnergyAir.com. Hey. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent ya. We got quarterback battles ending, many more final cuts. We go around the NFL as we get ready for week 1 next.
Breaking news, the latest happenings with your favorite teams.
Do you ever wonder about what the heck all these kids are doing on the computers all the time?
Stay up to date with all of it by following us on Instagram and Twitter.
Excuse me, gentlemen, a little update for you.
At Sactown 1140.
It's true, the best new cars make the best used cars. That's why you'll always find a great selection of Honda certified pre-owned vehicles at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Trade up to a car you'll love. We have a great selection of one-owner, low-mile vehicles you can drive home today. When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
When there is trouble in the bedroom, it can hurt more than just your confidence. It can hurt your marriage or dating life. Not knowing if you'll be able to perform at any moment doesn't help either. Pacific Men's Clinic can help. Go to the clinic that specializes in one thing, making your love life the best it can be by solving the problem at its source. Pacific Men's Clinic's non-invasive procedure. It's safe and pain-free. Call 916-545-7577 for your free consultation now. That's 916-545-7577.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, just down the street at McConnell Estates Winery, where they're getting ready to harvest the grapes.
They are, and there's nothing better in the fields than a Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab from Elk Grove Dodge.
There is one exception, Vince.
What's that?
How about a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 that's $12,000 off MSRP?
Yeah, you've got me there. Luckily this month, during the Make This the Summer event, I've got over 30 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s, and they're all $12,000 off MSRP.
Now that's a deal that's as sweet as the grapes they're picking.
It sure is. Not only can you save $12,000, but these Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s start at only $38,940.
$38,940 for a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4?
Yes, sir.
Should get two.
He should, but only at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge and the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
Include $6,500 in California National Chrysler Capital Conquest and select inventory retail bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital OAC and F qualified vehicle for at least 30 days. Set within 347916 S 9622.
What's the room again?
1240 down at the end.
Ooh, what's that? Sammy, don't touch that. That's someone's old food.
Here we are. Do you have the key?
You have both of ours.
Oh, right. Not working.
Rub it.
Come on.
Try flipping it over.
Seriously. Why can't we go inside? I'm tired.
Give me yours.
You have mine.
All right.
What?
Please, if you
Dad,
could just...
why aren't you opening the door?
Can everyone just shut the...
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.
When the world's best players get fitted for new golf clubs, they want to see their ball flight outdoors. And why should you settle for any less? The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is the area's unquestioned leader in delivering a new age of golf club fitting to Northern California. With 14 trained, skilled professionals to show you how to hit the ball farther and straighter, satisfied customers have increased their yardage, improved their games, and gained confidence. Call 916-808-2531 to get started. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
The 94th most popular celebrity from Carmichael
How popular do you want to be?
meets a Celtics broadcasting legend.
Celtics We're going to go for the win. Everybody here at Golden One Center on their feet.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
This is fun because, welcome back, everybody. This is fun because the first thing we're going to cover in the segment is that Pittsburgh's going with Mitch Trubisky over Kenny Pickett to start week 1 against the Bengals. And as we speak, here's Stephen A. Will Mitch Trubisky get benched for Kenny Pickett?
In there.
Here we go. Let's see what they're doing.
To be substantially better than Trubisky, but because so here's the deal. Right. Like when you talk about organizational change, like moving on from a quarterback to build, from an organization perspective, right? Versus a team, guys know this year matters for us. It matters.
Okay, I'm just doing an exercise because this just so happens we have to talk. We're talking about the same thing,
right?
And I literally couldn't be less fired up for Mitchell Trubisky versus Kenny Pickett just because it's Pittsburgh, and I know they're national, we're not. So I'm really excited as to how Stephen A. Here we go.
Let's say for the sake of argument, a little instead of a lot, right? That familiarity. If Jeff Saturday's been in that Steelers locker room, well, you've seen this brother for that throughout his years at Pittsburgh. Y'all shared the same practice facility. Yeah. I did an interview with Tomlin in Pittsburgh. The Panthers were rolling through the practice facility.
Right.
Okay? I'm saying, Pittsburgh, they were rolling.
Relationally.
I'm saying relationally, relationship-wise. You've got guys, they know him.
Okay.
Now is it clear?
I admire them because they could turn like anything.
Yeah.
To be like, John Smith is now the starting offensive lineman for the Bears. And Stephen A. would he'd find an angle.
Mm-hmm.
John Smith is really, really good and deserved the job, but... And then I don't know what the but would be, but it would be something. It would be far more talented than we are. That's why Stephen A. is making the big bucks. Mitch Trubisky is the starter. This is stupid.
Former Pro Bowler Mitch Trubisky.
Yes. Here's all I care about.
The Steelers have a Pro Bowl starting quarterback. You cannot find the lie.
Mitch Trubisky is lame.
Why?
He's just not great.
Okay.
Is he? Am I wrong?
I'm not supporting that he's great.
Okay. So, and here's the thing. He's perfectly.
What if maybe it's a better team? Maybe he'll do just fine.
See, that's where
that's
where I'm kind of at with that too, because we've seen this. We've seen like semi-decent quarterbacks, locally play really well when all the right pieces around them. Hey, we've even seen them play really good when they have a really good run game around them, which. By the way, Pittsburgh, pretty good run game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just here to, I'm going to ask this question and people are going to laugh.
Sure.
You're going to laugh off top. Could by midseason with Kenny Pickett waiting in the wings, right? Because he is at least what everyone thinks is the future of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Could Mitchell Trubisky find himself in Jimmy Garoppolo territory where he is outperforming expectations? The team has a decent record. Again, I don't think the Steelers are going to be great this year, but I don't think Mike Tomlin's never coached a team under 500, if I'm not mistaken.
Here's the thing. So the Steelers last year were 9-7. All right. And Ben Roethlisberger's gone.
And he was not good last year.
Well, he hasn't been good for a while. And
but he was not good last year.
He was terrible last year. And there was some thought that he actually, because the Steelers are very much about stability, just look at their coaches.
Yeah.
That there was a thing where it was like, okay, well, we probably would have other franchises would have cut Ben Roethlisberger a year or two prior. We're not going to do that, even if it costs us a couple of wins. But they've got a lot. Najee Harris was a revelation as a rookie.
He's a stud.
Didn't jump off the paper, yards, but his touches, his involvement. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about an every down working
workhorse
back. Absolutely. I remember. I'm old enough to remember when Chase Claypool was like It was like what, him and Justin Jefferson, I think, where it was like they're the most like, oh my God, Chase Claypool. And then Deontay Johnson came
Justin
around.
Jefferson has since, I think,
a little separation.
taken that a little bit.
They've got Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and George Pickens. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I said that. Of course, I'm not.
Please
gonna
lie.
Yeah,
please lie.
I have to go through every team, and I'm gonna use like 3 double negatives here. Probably, I'm not entirely sure I wouldn't. If I had to pick a franchise receiving core for the next 10 years, that's probably the one I'd take. Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, and George Pickens is insane. Have you seen some of the stuff he's been doing?
It's incredible. And they're all raving about him.
So let's take it. I'm going to ask the question again.
Mitch.
Yeah.
This is very similar again to what we've seen in San Francisco, I think, on paper.
But Jimmy Garoppolo was far more accomplished.
Jimmy Garoppolo's never been to a Pro Bowl.
Jimmy Garoppolo's been to a different bowl.
Yeah, but Jimmy Garoppolo would not have gotten to that bowl if he's quarterbacking the Bears.
Well, I guess we'll never know, first off.
No, we will. There's actual evidence of that.
And maybe sitting behind Josh Allen last year, it's going to really help.
Again,
Mitchell Trubisky.
I am not saying Mitchell Trubisky is going to be a top 15 quarterback in the league.
I'm not saying he's going to be a top 30.
I'm just saying with Najee Harris in the backfield.
Yes.
With that receiving core, if you limit him to 20,
coaching,
max 25 throws a game, Mike Tomlin coaching,
they'll win games.
They're going to win games.
I agree,
and you're going to hear, and I promise you, midway through the season, if they have a winning record and Trubisky is playing fine, all of a sudden, it's going to be the reclamation project.
Well, you also have Minka Fitzpatrick. You also have Cam Hayward. You also have TJ Watt. Like that defense is.
The defense is really good.
Right.
Again, it's built very similar to what we see in San Francisco.
But don't you have to go with Kenny Pickett? As long as he didn't embarrass himself, and he didn't by all accounts.
No, but
you don't have to.
I think they feel that Trubisky is just one more season and probably, I don't know if he felt they had a better camp.
Like if you're Mitchell Trubisky, here's what you have to do. Like seriously. You just don't suck. You don't have to be great. Just don't suck. And you will start all year. And you will have become a starting NFL quarterback again. It's all out there for him.
But isn't there something to be said, especially in the NFL? Like, granted, Trubisky obviously had a better camp. They wouldn't have named him. Number 2, I'm pretty sure they would have rather named Kenny Pickett the starter.
Of course.
So obviously he had a better camp and then some, because you got to think Ty goes to the rookie.
Same thing last year. Trey Lance had a better camp than Garoppolo. Trey Lance would have started last year, but he didn't.
Isn't there something to be said that long term, again, unless the guy goes out and you're just like, oh, he's nowhere near ready for the NFL. And let's assume that's not the case.
He's the third, and I think this is important given what you're saying. He is listed third on the depth chart. Mason Rudolph is the backup there. So he is clearly not ready.
So he's Clipboard Joe is what he is.
No, Clipboard Kenny.
Yeah.
It's not Joe Pickett.
Would you spell clipboard with a K?
Yeah. Kenny Clipboards.
Mitch Trubisky's also, 28? Like it's
he's a former number 2 pick.
Yeah. He's 20. He's a former number 2.
Did I mention he's been to the Pro Bowl?
He also just turned 28 last month, August 20th to be exact. He turned 28 like 2 weeks ago. So he's a fresh 28. And a guy whose entire career has been spent. I mean, he was backing up with the Bills last year, but his entire career is with the Bears.
Yeah.
Bears.
Who have a history of developing starting quarterbacks.
By the way, he was 6 of 8 with a pick last year for the Bills for 43 yards.
But so much pocket presence.
Nice, Jason.
Guys like Deontay Johnson, though, speaking of fantasy football, these are tough things. I've seen it. Like Kyle Pitts is a tough guy to draft because he's such a stud, but he's also getting balls from Marcus Mariota. And Deontay Johnson was a stud last year, but now he's getting balls from Mr. Trubisky.
Funny thing there. Who has a better year this year, Trubisky or Mariota? I mean, Trubisky has better stuff around him. I think Atlanta's going to suck.
Mariota.
You do?
Really?
Better year?
Yeah.
Better year.
Mariota will have a better year.
You think that's just Mariota's that much better than Trubisky?
Not only that, I think it's his job. I mean, I think Pittsburgh is going to debate this.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. So
if it gets shaky or wobbly at all for Trubisky, he's going to be out.
I would say this. I think if Marcus Mariota had a choice, if you asked him privately between being quarterback all year for the Steelers and the quarterback all year for the Falcons, I think he'd take the Steelers because of coach, because of line, because of defense, because of receivers, and because of Najee Harris. But to your point, the spirit of the question, who's going to have a better year? Yeah, because the assumption there is that, I mean, you got Desmond Ridder.
I feel like this is both guys.
This
is both guys' last chance, to show that they're a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Well, what's so amazing is, and I mean, it is what it is. But is anybody watching that draft seeing Winston and Mariota go 1-2? Imagine that we're sitting here now, and it's like both are just kind of holding on. But yet here we are, and they've both been in the league a number of years now. And guess what? They're both starting NFL quarterbacks going into week 1.
Yep. New teams, new opportunities.
Going into year 8 for both of them. Were they justified as number 1 and number 2?
Absolutely. Mitchell Trubisky went to a Pro Bowl.
I hadn't heard that.
We'll take a break. When we come back. Now you got me thinking about that draft. When we come back, Zach Wilson, what's he doing? We got distractions or not distractions for quarterbacks. We're talking specifically about Lamar Jackson and Tom Brady. We'll do that next.
Sactown Sports 1140 is broadcasting live on YouTube.
To me, it's a must-watch.
Check out the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and the Cattles and Rami Show.
Plus, get exclusive content.
Search Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube.
Divorce becomes a reality, you need a partner that you can count on. If you're a man in this situation, consider contacting Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men navigate complex legal matters for 30 years.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Sacramento area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 500 Capitol Mall, Suite 2060, Sacramento, California, 95814. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my good friend Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. Shelby, Peter, the whole team over there at RefinanceWithShelby.com, making it happen. Listen, local lenders. Local lender or reputation to uphold. With other banks, you're just a number. Why would you possibly want to purchase or refinance from someplace in Southern California or Florida or Texas or Ohio? Why don't you try purchasing or refinancing with local folks that live amongst us, that worry about word of mouth, that know the title companies, that know the appraisers, and if you're trying to purchase, that know the realtors? So when realtors are looking at multiple offers, they say, you know what? I've worked with Shelby before a bunch of times, and I know if you got a pre-approval from him, your deal is going through. They can close a purchase loan in 17 days. That's speed on your side with a local lender. You can compete with cash offers. RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051. BRE number 0186434.
Time is running out for the Cowboys and the Cowgirls to earn their way into the PRCA National Finals, Rodeo's Super Bowl. The last Northern California chance is Saturday and Sunday, September 17th and 18th at the Marysville Stampede. Just $20 for adults and $10 for kids. That's the Marysville Stampede, September 17th and 18th at Cotton Rosser Arena at Riverfront Park in Marysville. Buy your tickets now at MarysvilleStampede.com.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. Hey, small business owner, when's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs, but some don't check their rate often. Did you know rates can vary? In fact, taking 3 minutes to check your rate with Pi Insurance could save you up to 30%. Just go to trypi.com, share a few details about your business, and get a quote that's customized for you with no hassle or hidden fees. We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, with Pi, you can have peace of mind knowing your employees are protected. Our team of friendly customer representatives are just a call away, ready to help. It's no wonder customers rate us excellent on Trustpilot. Find out how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
KHTK AM and HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
It's Sactown Sports 1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Jay! Hey, my headset's
Text or call the show at 916-339-1140. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports 1140.
Oh, Roger Clemens thing made me feel old. His kid, Cody Clemens.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I found this out over the weekend too, that every single one of the people on Friends is now older than the youngest Golden Girl was when they started shooting that show.
Seriously?
Yeah, so every single person on Friends in real life, Jennifer Aniston and all they're all older than Rue McClanahan was. She was the youngest Golden Girl when they started shooting Golden Girls.
Wasn't Estelle Getty the youngest?
No. Second youngest.
Okay. Wait, is that true?
Yeah, they're all older. Tom Cruise is 11 years older than Wilford Brimley was in Cocoon. It's a true story, man. And we're actually closer to 2070 than we are 1970. That one kind of was messing with me, too. So here's the bottom line. I was thinking about this over the weekend. Hey, welcome back. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is it just me? It took forever to get to 30. But I feel like 30 to early to mid 40s. Go like that. That.
And I think it only gets worse.
Oh my, does it really?
I think.
So basically almost dead. Almost dead. Just about.
Enjoy what you got. Enjoy
goodness.
A day like today. It's brutally hot. Enjoy it.
But but it might be a lot hotter where you're going.
Back to you.
My gosh, back to you. I was looking at that 2015 draft where
got it.
Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota went.
Yes.
So here's the Pro Bowlers that got taken. By the way, Jameis Winston, Pro Bowler. Here's the Pro Bowlers that got taken after. We'll start with Amari Cooper at number 4. Brandon Scherf, Leonard Williams, Vic Beasley, Todd Gurley. God, Todd Gurley had a tiny little short career. I mean, he was so good.
He was injuries, but yes.
Has anyone, I mean, yeah, I guess when you can't injure, but even when he got healthy, he was, I guess not, he fell off the cliff of cliffs. Wasn't Todd Gurley a consensus number 1 fantasy football pick like at least a year, if not 2 years?
I don't know that it was 2 years.
No,
but yeah.
I thought there was one where he just went silly, Jason, but with the catches,
and his silliness took him right out of the league.
Right out of the league. Let's see here. Here we go. 2017. 1,300 yards rushing and 13 touchdowns. 788 yards receiving, 64 catches, 6 touchdowns. That's 19 touchdowns and over 2,000 yards. Yeah, he had to be a consensus.
Yeah.
And that was 5 years ago.
Seriously?
2017.
Yeah. Okay.
And did he even, let me see here. I think he retired and he hasn't played since 2020.
Yeah.
Wow.
Talk about shelf life, especially for running back.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah, no, you're right. Melvin Gordon, Eric Armstead's actually never made a Pro Bowl. That's right. He was in this draft. Marcus Peters, DJ Humphries, Byron Jones, Laken Thompson. My point is this was a weird draft.
Yeah.
And why does it feel like pretty much every name I met, Frank Clark, like David Johnson, don't these all seem like older players now? Mm-hmm. Like they're old.
Yeah.
Or retired. But then this is where it's weird for me because I get fooled sometimes. Tyler Lockett was also in that draft. Well, I don't feel like Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf were the same age. I know they're not. I didn't think of Tyler Lockett as being 29 years old, yet here we are. And he'll be 30 at the end of this month. Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
Hey. That segment brought to you by Feeling Old. Angie Ashby's going to join us at 8:27. Her name's Angelique. Sorry, I always call her Angie, and I probably shouldn't. But quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, contract talks, put on hold once the season starts. That'll be a thing during the season, do you think?
I know people specifically can compartmentalize it and put it aside. I go to Aaron Judge, back to baseball. He had the whole contract talks, and he's like, well, I'm going to trust in myself. And here he is having just a monster year.
Woof.
It doesn't always happen that way. You
Sure.
think, man, guy probably should have signed that contract. Now here in a situation where Lamar Jackson's seen all these other quarterbacks sign and the kind of money they're signing for, I'm sure his agent's like, well, my guy's in that group. He's still young. He's won a ton of games. He's been an MVP. Let's get him paid. But I don't know how it's not. It's been talked about a lot. I don't know how it's not a distraction for the year. Or, a game ends and maybe they're off to a slow start, or he underperforms. Is he thinking, man, I'm just throwing money away?
You're also going with a situation where you have a recovering J.K. Dobbins. Okay. You lost Hollywood Brown to Arizona. So they're going out with Rashad Bateman, Devin Duvernay, and Mark Andrews, who's phenomenal.
Stud, yeah.
I mean, on paper, he doesn't seem to have as many weapons as he has. So it's one of those things where, okay, does that mean that Lamar Jackson is going to have an insane year, put up a ton of numbers? Like Lamar Jackson, I don't think he's the end-all, be-all, but I think he's damn good. And I do think whatever Kyler Murray is making, Lamar Jackson should be making more.
Right. I'm sure that's what he thinks.
I mean, one of them has an MVP.
Right. And it just always begs the question, too, is much like we've heard other nonsense about him, like, oh, he should be a different position. Maybe he should be a corner or a receiver. Just what does the organization truly think of him?
See, that's a great question.
Do they think this stuff? Do they think, hey, he doesn't have enough? Well, then if he doesn't, move on from him.
Yeah, but wouldn't you think at this point, you'd think he'd have heard his name pop up in trade talks?
You would, but that's why it doesn't always add up on him. Like I say it all the time. You either have your franchise quarterback or you're looking for him.
Right.
I think they've got him. So what's the delay? Pay the guy. I mean, yes, there could be contract negotiations and maybe there are subtleties that they're off on, but if they're off on a large scale, I don't know why they would be.
MVP in 2019, two-time Pro Bowler, led the league in passing touchdowns in 2019. And his rushing is insane. Obviously, we know all about that. He has, in his 4 years in the league, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher for half of those. We talk about Shohei Ohtani and what he does. Obviously, it's different. It's offense and offense, but you really do effectively have almost two position players in Lamar Jackson. If you took it, let me put it this way. Jason, if I gave you a running back in fantasy football and I said, okay, hey, he's going to rush for 1,200 yards this year and score 7 touchdowns. You're taking him in the first round, if not second round.
Mm-hmm.
He's a top flight NFL running back who also is going to throw for 2,500, 3,000 yards every year and give you 30, 25 touchdowns. So he's like 1.5 positions. Oh, yeah. He doesn't turn 26 until basically the season's over, January 7th. He's still a baby. You still have, I know he's a rushing quarterback, so there's a little more wear and tear, but you've still got 10 years left of Lamar Jackson in his prime. Should he be a record-breaking contract? I don't know. We also forget how good Deshaun Watson is. I'm just talking about contracts that we've seen lately. Obviously, there's
other stuff following.
But ton more stuff with Deshaun Watson than anything else. But by the way, Lamar Jackson. Speaking of Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson's also been a pretty good representative of the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that time Lamar was in? I mean, am I forgetting? I don't remember him ever being in trouble for anything. I don't remember any controversies with Lamar Jackson. But I will also say this: John Harbaugh knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's outside of him. It's GMs and ownership.
Tom Brady, there's a different situation. We're not worried about his contract, but he does have this stuff going on off the field.
Which, now we're going surface on what we know about someone. Seemingly he handles all that stuff pretty well, but he left for 11 days to work on, if this is truly the report, There's been a lot more said about that. That's really hard to validate or prove, but that's not fun to go through.
No.
And yeah, I know you could lock in and focus on your game, and he's as good as anybody ever at that.
Right.
But it just feels like that would be hard. If this is ongoing for him, how it could not be a distraction.
You know what is interesting? Was that number 2 on the depth chart? Blaine Gabbert.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. I totally want to do a Brian Windhorst.
You started.
I know it. I can't. I had the whole thing planned out, and I can't do it with a straight face. The idea. It's very interesting. They put Blaine Gabbert on the roster. He's 32 years old, right underneath. I think Tom Brady's going to retire. I think Tom Brady's retiring this week.
Yeah.
I will say this. I don't think it's a non-zero chance that Tom Brady doesn't play a complete season. We have to allow for that. We don't know if that's resolved. He's back now.
Right.
We're all married or have experienced things like marriage or relationships or whatever. That's a real thing. And granted, none of us are married like Tom Brady and Giselle are.
Right. Very publicly, very, famously, yes.
Very ritually.
Yeah.
Where you've got au pairs. And I mean, you have a whole wing of your house probably for nannies and au pairs. I would hope they're actually real people too, though. I mean, Tom Brady's from the greater Sacramento area. San Mateo, once upon a time, was a normal person. You would hope, and his dad still seems really down to earth and all that. You'd hope that they even though they're as big as they are, would like their kids to be raised in some. I mean, you're not going to have normal. You're not going to have a normal upbringing when you're the son or daughter of Tom Brady, but multiple children between the two of them, some of which are, I believe, at least one. Let's see, 07 he was born, 10, 30, is like a sophomore in high school. You think it's out of the ordinary? Giselle says, no, come home.
It wouldn't be out of the ordinary, no, but I think he's committed at this point.
You know how Rob Gronkowski was retired for part of the year and came back basically for the playoff run? Yeah. Is that possible with a guy like Tom Brady? Would that work?
I just don't think he would do that.
You're all in or all out?
I think he's an all-in guy. Don't you?
I do. And maybe it's over, and I don't want to seem dramatic, but man, I don't think that's over.
Yeah. You mean resolved?
Yeah, I don't.
Their particular situation.
Yeah, I don't think the whole Brady thing is resolved. I don't think the Brady thing was resolved. And by the way, she makes more money than he does.
Yeah,
it's not like we're not in a situation where one needs to. Giselle does not need Tom Brady in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
As a matter of fact, it wouldn't surprise me if Tom Brady had to sign a prenuptial.
Could have. Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, let's look at some real games, including the Niners and Bears this Sunday. Actual football. Those first 3 games, critical. We'll tell you why next.
You want more Kings coverage? Sactown Sports 1140's giving it to you.
You'll be watching and thinking, man, like, I guess Keegan, he's maybe not as good today. And then you look up and he's got, 12 and 8 and it's, the second quarter and he is just so calm, so efficient.
I think it's absolutely what Sacramento needs. I think there's this sense that something special is starting to fall into place.
Log on to SactownSports.com for exclusive content. SactownSports.com.
Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here for the Good Feet store, talking about positionless basketball. It features players who shoot well from beyond the arc, can defend multiple positions, and would thrive in a pass-happy system. The way the players rely on each other is similar to how the body works when supported by Good Feet arch supports. By supporting all 4 arches, the foot, knees, hips, and low back become properly aligned, so that each can do their job pain-free. If you have foot-related pain, it's time to get serious. Good Feet makes over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities of arch supports. So your solution is waiting. Visit Good Feet now for a free, no-obligation, personalized fitting, and test walk. Experience for yourself the comfort, balance, and support of Good Feet Arch Supports. In Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, and Modesto online, goodfeet.com.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The only local sports show in the morning.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
How was that?
Angelique Ashby coming up. About 50 minutes. We'll give you all the deets on tomorrow's tomorrow's watch party. As everybody is either already in Orlando or en route to Orlando. In fact, I think Kevin Nagel is taking off in about an hour.
Oh, Belichick beat him there.
Mm-hmm. It's killing me. It is partially killing me not to be there. I'm not gonna lie. The only reason to go would have been just to go to have fun.
Well, to see maybe one of the greatest things ever.
Yes. But too much stuff going on here. During the break, Jason and I were talking about was the Cher song, Do You Believe in Life After Love? Remember that song? Was that the start of the auto-tune craze? Truly the start of Rogers, I Want to Be Your Man was the first time I ever remember hearing it.
Only if we had a music director.
Yeah.
That could help us with that.
Too bad we don't. He's not in till 9 a.m. Mm-hmm. Niners Bears this Sunday.
It's a must win, Dave. I hate to say it. It's a must win.
It is 100% a must win. They've got to win. I mean, what are you? What is there any scenario in which the 49ers don't win a Super Bowl that the season would be deemed successful? Is it Super Bowl or bust for these guys? Obviously, injuries aside and all
that. Before the season starts, it feels like that's the saying. But, I mean, what if they do something very similar to last year, which was, the NFC Championship game? And Trey Lance is great.
Sure.
I don't think anybody's thinking, well, this was the window.
Yeah, I don't think that's considered a bust at that point.
Right.
Like,
if Trey's great and they have that kind of year, that's good, right? You'll be disappointed when it ended, but you also have answered the question like, okay, they made the move to move up to get Trey Lance. You had a 1 year kind of window to work with Jimmy. Jimmy's back in this weird backup role, but Trey's our guy. And now like next year, we're not going into, hey, you know, at camp today, he was 2 of 6 with 3 picks. No, he's your quarterback.
Kind of in the spirit of what Jason's saying. I think, so you're saying Super Bowl or bust, because I understand because they have a roster built, obviously, to make it to the big dance. But basically, if Trey Lance is really good this year, I even think they could lose out in the divisional round and people will still feel okay.
Yeah.
I think really for the 49ers, this is how good will Trey Lance be? Which is also kind of unfair to him because he's essentially a rookie.
Yeah.
And you have to give him time to grow. But, you brought it up earlier. It's the not for long league.
Well, could there be a scenario, you guys? I don't know that this could be possible, but could the Niners win it all and Trey Lance be just okay?
Yeah, for sure.
So when the year ends, we go, you won a Super Bowl with him.
Right.
So every, gets a leash for a long time, but you go, is he really the guy for the next 10 years?
Was last year successful?
Yeah. Yes. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, they made it on the last game of the season.
Right.
And then,
good playoff run. I mean,
good playoff run.
Beating the Cowboys, beating the Packers.
Yeah. And considering where they came from the first half of the season, by week 6, we thought this team was done last year.
We did. They weren't great.
They were awful.
And then they woke up. And then they were a quarter away. I mean, listen, this team is 2 quarters away from having a Super Bowl championship and another Super Bowl appearance. If you count the Chiefs and then last year's Rams.
Yeah, for
sure. If. I totally get it.
Because you could also flip that. I mean, if Jimmy G doesn't save him on week 18 or whatever it was, they didn't even make it. They're out. A nice final 2-minute drive.
This is a stacked team. I mean, when you really look at it top to bottom, apart from Trey Lance, because that's obviously that's the entire question mark and the little period at the bottom. Elijah Mitchell's going into his second year, which he had a phenomenal rookie campaign.
And he's supposed to be healthy for week 1. So that's good.
Everyone's talking about Brandon Ayuk and his
growth.
There you go. Debo's Debo.
Kittle's healthy.
Juwan Jennings was great in his role last year.
Every report out of camp is, you look at the other side of the ball, Javon Kinlaw is supposed to really be like, this is supposed to be the breakout year.
Kinlaw, Bosa, Armstead when he comes back, Warner, Greenlaw, Al-Shaair. Like,
oh, yeah, you had Richard Sherman has been praising that, like, yo, this is a top 5 secondary in the NFL.
Right. And that was part of the problem last year. Like, this team is stacked. They are stacked. Unfortunately, there are some other stacked teams around them too. It's very difficult to predict what they will do. Obviously, it's football. What they should do is they should come out really honestly 3-0. At the Bears.
Yeah, on paper for sure.
Home Seahawks. At the Broncos.
The Broncos could be really pretty tough.
I think it will be very tough.
Sunday night on the road.
I don't think they will be 3-0. I got to be honest. I think it's a coin flip as to whether or not they beat the Bears this weekend. Not because the Bears are better or as good, but because it just doesn't.
Week 1.
Doesn't it feel like? Doesn't this weekend feel like one of those games where we're going to be talking on Monday? Like, what happened?
Well, to compound that, if the Bears beat the 49ers, all you're going to hear about is, and I think this is stupid, but trust me, again, everyone overreacts. Justin Fields should have been the guy, not Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Trey's not ready. Go to Jimmy.
It's going to be, again, it'll be, when you talk about overreactions, if they lose to Chicago Sunday, OMG.
Wait a minute here. I thought I noticed. Yeah, the answer is yes. Why are we playing at Chicago 2 years in a row? And why am I saying we? But you get my point.
Because you play for the team too.
No, why did we play at Chicago last year on Halloween where they won 33-20?
It's a big game for Jimmy.
And then opening at, I understand if you're playing Chicago, I guess, twice in a row. Okay, 2 years in a row. Why wouldn't it be a home and home?
That'll make the schedule.
That is a really weird scheduling quirk, isn't it? Unless there's an explanation I don't know.
The only thing I remember on scheduling is you play your own division, obviously, twice.
Yeah.
You get another division you're assigned to in the NFC, and it looks like this year they get the NFC South, because Saints, Bucks, Falcons.
Okay.
You get an AFC division, which they get the AFC West.
Okay.
And now that there's a
sucks.
17th game, there's one extra game you get to play, and they got to sign the Bears. And why it's road, not home, I don't know. Because last year I think the Niners did they have one more home game than road? And now maybe this year it's flipped.
Well, in 2017, they played at Chicago, beat them 15-14. Then they followed up in 2018, hosting Chicago, in which they lost at home 14-9. Boy, is that neat.
That kid.
Oh, that was the Nick Mullins game. Jeff Wilson Jr. with 20.
Pick Nick.
Jeff Wilson Jr. led the team with 27 yards rushing.
But it was an impactful 27.
It was a huge 27. But, and then
Jeff Wilson Jr., the backup that will never leave.
Never, ever. He will be there forever. Jeff Wilson Jr. is the Adonis Haslam of the Niners. Just he hasn't been there as long.
I can't wait for 40-year-old Jeff Wilson to be coming out.
It just seems though like one of those games you could totally see them choking. But let's not, whatever. They should be going into that Rams matchup 3-0, but we've also learned this, and yet we do it all the time. Nothing's going to happen the way we think it's going to happen. It's football. That's what makes it so wonderful. Watch, they're going to beat the Broncos and they're going to beat the Bears, but they'll lose to who the hell's in the middle? The
other team.
Seahawks.
The Seahawks. Oh, the Seahawks will beat them. The Rams, by the way, not only they open against the Bills, then they go Falcons, and they go at Cards, at Niners, home Cowboys. Congratulations on that title, guys. We're going to give you a schedule.
Yeah.
Well, the schedule's rough, especially. Go ahead, Jason. But with the AFC West being factored in, you're talking about, on paper, the toughest division in football.
Well, and I think, isn't it the first? Yeah, the Niners play the Rams twice in the first 8 weeks. Like, they're going to be done with them.
Done with them, thank God.
But in the front half of the season, they get them twice.
Just real quick as we break. Rams.
Yeah, theirs is brutal.
Home Bills at Cardinals. At Niners. Home Cowboys. Now, this is all in a row. Home Niners. At Buccaneers. Home Cardinals. At Chiefs. Home Raiders. At Packers. And then you got a home Broncos in there. That's a
schedule.
Brutal schedule. Wow. Good for them. Screw the Rams.
That's what happens when you win the whole shebang-a-bang or whatever the old saying is.
That's it.
That is the whole saying.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Angelique Ashby will join us next. She's going to give us the lowdown on everything happening tomorrow with the big Sacramento Republic viewing party that has been changed. If you have not been updated, get ready. We will update you next.
Live and past broadcasts of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross and Cattles and Rami.
Interviews, podcasts, and more.
They all live on the Sactown Sports 1140 app. Download the app now in the App Store and Google Play.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave from my good friends at American Energy, and you know now is the time to replace your system, and you can get $2,500 off on a new HVAC home system installation, 0% financing, and payment plan options available. There's no reason to keep putting off making your home a place of comfort for you and your family. Don't wait. Call today, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, or go to AmericanEnergyAir.com, your second opinion partner.
Contractor license number 1083187. Offer expires September 30th, 2022.
Safe is such a great word. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa for Safe Credit Union. Safe just makes me feel secure with a sense of comfort. And in these turbulent times, finding anything that makes you feel protected is good for the soul. Being a member of Safe keeps your money local, gives you access to lower rates and higher dividends, while also giving you a sense of comfort that comes from knowing that your money is, well, safe. Safe Credit Union is insured by NCUA. When the world's best players get fitted for new golf clubs, they want to see their ball flight outdoors. And why should you settle for any less? The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is the area's unquestioned leader in delivering a new age of golf club fitting to Northern California. With 14 trained, skilled professionals to show you how to hit the ball farther and straighter, satisfied customers have increased their yardage, improved their games, and gained confidence. Call 916-808-2531 to get started. That's 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, just down the street at McConnell Estates Winery, where they're getting ready to harvest the grapes.
They are, and there's nothing better in the fields than a Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab from Elk Grove Dodge.
There is one exception, Vince.
What's that?
How about a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4 that's $12,000 off MSRP?
Yeah, you've got me there. Luckily this month, during the Make This the Summer event, I've got over 30 new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s, and they're all $12,000 off MSRP.
Now that's a deal that's as sweet as the grapes they're picking.
It sure is. Not only can you save $12,000, but these Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s start at only $38,940.
$38,940 for a new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4?
Yes, sir.
Should get two.
He should, but only at Lasher's Oak Grove Dodge and the Oak Grove Auto Mall and online at oakgrovedodge.com.
Include $6,500 in California National Chrysler Capital Conquest and select inventory retail bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital OAC and have qualified vehicle for at least 30 days. Sample VIN 347916 S 9622.
Ken Jong and Joe McHale together live.
And here's my interview for med school. Well, so Ken, tell me about yourself. Well, I'm Korean. Stop. Congratulations, you're in. That's it.
Here's why Denver sucks. First of all, they built the airport just outside of Sacramento.
Friday, September 16th, Thunder Valley Outdoor Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now for the summer concert schedule. And to purchase tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Ken Jong and Joe McHale live at Thunder Valley Outdoor Amphitheater.
Time to see the return of Pro Rodeo to Marysville next Saturday and Sunday, September 17th and 18th. For ticket info, go to MarysvilleStampede.com.
You know they've been here for a combined 50 years.
Hey!
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Angelique Ashby will join us momentarily. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody in the chat room. Hello, how are you? Thanks to MC for being our thumbs up police.
Doing well on thumbs up today.
I'm pretty sure MC's big on Law and Order, and he's making sure the thumbs up are happening. So leave a thumbs up. Watch us on the archives. Let's go to Sactown Sports 1140's YouTube channel. You can watch live and participate in the chat. You can watch not live, What do they call that? Recorded?
Yeah. Choices, though. The point is you have choices to do multiple things.
You have choices, and that's what matters. I am so stinking excited. For football. And I know I do this every year. We all do. But, God, it's such a special time of year.
It's the most wonderful time of year.
It really is. I'm trying to multitask here.
Well, and that means we got games starting Thursday with that Bills-Rams game. course, we had college football last weekend, and then Sunday will be everything.
I got a big day Thursday.
Yeah.
I just realized that. I'm having a little mini pool party.
Oh, wow.
Thursday.
Before the game?
Or
during?
I think it's around 1.
Oh, yeah, so before the game.
Before.
Yeah.
Get to go have lunch with my friends at American Energy.
Oh, okay.
Doing that.
Nice.
Do we still have an all-staff meeting? It's in my calendar. Do you know anything about this? It says all-staff meeting.
I can't remember.
And then, and then football. Which means we're going to have some sort of special. There's going to have to be some sort of special Thursday football meal. Well, I don't know if that's Bergs. Maybe. Dogs are more baseball. It didn't come through. Hold on. We're efforting our friend Angelique Ashby here, and I. What did I do? You didn't get my email or
your text?
It's still going through. Sorry, this is super professional. Jason.
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to hear about?
What?
This guy, Scatterboo.
Cameron Scatterboo?
Yeah, and how amazing he was over the week.
I will tell you about him and tell everyone else about him in the Hornets' first game of the year. Sacramento State hosted Utah Tech, and they got a win. They had a lot of players play well, but it was Cameron Scatterboo who has captured your imagination, Dave. 3 touchdowns, all uniquely done, all I would say special to him.
Yeah.
He had a screen pass that he caught for a touchdown where he was seeking contact of the safety. He had a run that somehow he tiptoed down the sideline and dove into the end zone. And then his onside kick return was one of the greatest things I've seen. He just attacked the ball, ran forward, and we've seen that before. But he was grabbed first a little bit past the 20-yard line.
Yeah, good luck.
And then just kept running, leg drive all the way into the end zone, carried a bunch of people with him.
You better hope. You better hold on with both hands.
Yes. And that may not be enough. And he's the perfect example. We were talking about him during the broadcast that, went to practice a lot, saw fall camp and as they get ready for the season, but they don't do a lot of hitting.
No.
So someone like him doesn't necessarily stand out because, he's running the plays, he's in the right spot, but you don't hit him or he doesn't really hit people. He's the guy that when the lights are on, it's like, okay, now you've got to tackle him. That's when he becomes a problem.
Guys like that make it more fun, don't
Yes.
they?
Yes.
Guys like that make it more fun to do your job.
For sure.
And I think, listen, like I said, I don't want to get too crazy after week 1, but guys like that really help put you on the map and make something fun. It's a good story. From the 916, Zapp and Roger did not use auto-tune. They use a special synthesizing mic connected to their keyboard. Interesting. And Peter Frampton, I know Peter Frampton. Yeah. Yeah, but wasn't that something called a vocoder? And I'm not a musician. Which is that?
That
the
sounds
same thing?
familiar. I did hear about that.
I feel like that's a different. Again, music people will know better than I. But I say Cher started auto-tune. Tomorrow, by the way, just want to let you know as we get to Angelique Ashby. Tomorrow is the big Republic Orlando game.
Yes, biggest game ever.
The finals of the U.S. Open Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It is, as I said earlier, killing me to not be out there with everyone. But if you can't be out there, there's no one I would rather spend a Wednesday afternoon with than not just Sac Republic fans, but my good friend. You're a good friend to all. Vice Mayor of Sacramento, longtime council person, mom, wife, representative of all, and amazing cartwheeler.
What?
Angelique Ashby. Good morning.
Wait, is that last part true?
I don't know about amazing, but I can do a cartwheel, yes.
I saw it.
I'm not sure how amazing it is.
It was great.
But,
I think while you're running for your new spot, I think at the end of every campaign thing, you should do a cartwheel.
It's like a signature moment.
So noted. I will take that under advisement.
I want to talk before we'll get into the details. I want to, and anytime you come on the show, you know this, I'm just going to slobber all over how great you are and how much I love you. And the weekend was an example of that. Having the foresight, you and everyone over at the Republic and downtown and all the people that people don't know, but behind the scenes make the things happen. just noting that as we got closer, it was going to get hot, and we want everybody to be together and have a blast, but we also don't want people in discomfort or even distress. So over a matter of, I don't even know how long, but it was quicker than it should have been. Y'all huddled, got together, and next thing you know, not only do we have a new location for the watch party tomorrow, but dare I say, no offense to Cesar Chavez Plaza, but because of the weather, a better location for it.
Well, first of all, you were part of those conversations too, helping drive that dialogue, as always, taking care of your people. And second of all, Cesar Chavez Plaza is a wonderful spot in the city of Sacramento. But why be outside in the hottest week in Sacramento's history when we have a brand new $350 million world-class convention center right downtown, 2 blocks away, that would love to host all those fans?
But then to switch that at that late of an hour, how difficult of an undertaking was that?
It may have been made easier by my role on the city council. We have tremendous staff. The convention center is run by city staff. Wonderful guy named Matt out there is in charge. He knew we were in a bit of a pickle and was very happy to help. So the good news is, that building's been under construction for several years, and before that it really was outdated. So it's just well played here. Safe Credit Union Convention Center is a beautiful facility, and I'm almost equally excited that people are going to get to come see it and be inside. It's fun. It's nice. It's beautiful.
Talking to Angelique Ashby about tomorrow's event. It's a free watch party. It has now changed. As you said, Safe Credit Union Convention Center, doors open at 4:00. You can RSVP. You got to RSVP, sacrepublicfc.com/watch party. And here's something cool about this. Because you're always, whether you're opening giant water parks, helping save the Kings, or doing something like this, there's always a string attached, and it's an amazing string that's always attached because you partners, everyone's getting together, pledging $10,000 to Wellspring Women's Center, calling on fans to join in on the giving, which of course they will. Sacramento fans of all sports, but especially Republic fans, Kings fans, the like, always very charitable. So hopefully we get a win, but also a great cause.
Yeah, I love to do things that really lift up people that are left behind, but I have a special spot in my heart for women and children, as you know, especially those that are struggling. I was there once in my life, and really want to do everything I can to help people put themselves in a situation where they can succeed. And Wellspring Women's Center is in Oak Park, and they help women throughout the region, particularly those that are dealing with homelessness or domestic violence or have some health issues or health concerns. They need to connect. They need some place that they can dial in and get referred to services and feel safe, or take a shower, or get resources, or all those kinds of things. And so Wellspring has been serving women in Sacramento for a really long time, doing a great job. And I'm very proud that we've already raised $10,000 for them, and that the Republic fans, like they always do, are coming through. It's wonderful.
We have such a great community and so many different elements that help boost this community. But how about the role of sports? I mean, whether it's the Kings, the River Cats, in this case, Republic FC, Angelique, if they were able to win, it would be one of the landmark victories this city has ever seen. I don't know, if you forecast if they were to win, what do you think that would do for our community?
Well, let me just tell you what it's already done. I mean, in my mind, the Republic has already won. They have beat 3 MLS teams to get here. I stood on the sideline and watched those games. Incredible. I mean, just incredible. And the resilience. You think about some of the stars of that team, right?
Yeah.
Who, some of them are so young. You look at them and you're like, man, they could be in high school still. And some of them have been waiting and dreaming about this their whole life. They're dads. They've waited. And what that does to the dreamers in Sacramento, it doesn't matter if your dream is soccer or law school or owning your own business. The Republic is a living embodiment of what is possible. And there could never be a team that would better represent the indomitable spirit of Sacramento than that mighty little USL team taking down one giant titan after the next just to get to a game that others in their position have never achieved. and at least not in modern day, not since the MLS has been what it is today. So I'm really proud of them. They don't have to win for me. They've already won. But for this fan base, I mean, the only thing better than a few thousand screaming fans in our downtown convention center would be thousands of screaming fans on J Street for a ticker tape parade, right?
First 4,000 fans in attendance. Doors open at 4. Get a Republic FC flag, courtesy of Vice Mayor Angelique Ashby, who joins us right now. Also, commemorative merchandise, exclusive collection released only at the watch party. Open Cup final scarf, shirt, local food trucks, beer and beverage selection, all kinds of great stuff. Not going to lie, for some reason, well, not really, because it's me personally, Kellogg's is a partner, and they're providing snack samples.
Oh, that excites you.
How exciting is that? I hope it's cereal. Either way, it's going to be a blast. And as we wrap up, and I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, Kellogg's is just adding to my mom's street cred, right? That's like the mom of Sacramento and some good breakfast cereal.
Yes.
Along with beer, alcohol, and food trucks, and a lot of food and fun and swag.
We have so much more to talk about. We are out of time. Listen, you've got stuff coming up, and you always have a podium here. We're always very honored and happy when you come on the show. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And as we get closer to these things, you got to come back and visit us.
We'll do. Hey, Dave, one thing, really want to encourage people to go online and register, though, because we've added 1,000 new people since yesterday when we announced that we were moving indoors. So we're creeping up on 6,000 RSVPs. Want to make sure people are on the list. So get on there and RSVP, and we'll see you on Wednesday, and I will see you there, my friend. Yes. We'll have a great time.
Yes, we will. No cartwheels from me. Sacramento
I
Republic.
might do a cartwheel. Maybe. We'll see.
If they win.
Yes, guaranteed.
If they win, I'll do a cartwheel.
Yes, got it. Nailed it. SacRepublicFC.com/watch party. You're the best. See you tomorrow.
All right. See you guys.
All right,
Thank you.
It's Angelique Ashby. If you can't tell, I don't like a lot of people. I like her.
Yes.
She's forever indebted from the whole King stuff, and she just continues to represent our city so well. We'll take a break. When we come back, news and notes.
You ask for more 49ers coverage, and Sactown Sports 1140 listen.
Let's go, Niner gang!
Get all the latest 49ers news and notes online at SactownSports.com. Plus, make sure to follow us on IG at Sactown1140 for Emil Fragoso's live post-game show following every game.
That is what we expect out of the Niner gang. Niners!
Your home for the most 49ers coverage in Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael, Dave. And you know, it's amazing how the housing market has shifted so quickly over the last few months, and having the right mortgage company on your side is crucial in this ever-changing market. We've got just that lender. Of course, it's my guy Shelby at United Wholesale Lending. You can check him out at refinancewithshelby.com. Shelby's team, well known in the real estate market, from real estate agents, title companies, appraisal companies. That makes all the difference. United Wholesale Lending will even get your offer fully underwritten and approved up front so you can compete with the cash offers. They're local, fast, and competitive. Even with rates rising slightly from their record lows, there's been an increase in inventory. The market is shifting from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Buyers now have the opportunity to shop for the home that's right for them instead of settling for what was available. The team at United Wholesale Lending can pre-approve you over the phone in under 15 minutes without even running your credit. RefinanceWithShelby.com. That's RefinanceWithShelby.com. NMLS number 279051, BRE number 01864354.
Okay, guys, we got to put our trays up for takeoff.
Where's Dad?
Oh, he's in the back. We could only get 3 seats together.
Daddy has my pillow.
We'll get it later. Can you not put your feet up, please?
Why aren't we going?
We must be in line for takeoff.
Like security?
Well, that was a different line.
I have to go.
We just sat down.
But I have to go.
The seatbelt sign's on.
Why aren't we moving?
Hey, no picking.
We're just 15th in line for takeoff.
Son of a...
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com.
This November, Californians will have a choice between 2 initiatives on sports betting. What's at stake? We have a chance to tax and regulate sports betting to fund permanent solutions to our homelessness crisis. That's Prop 27. Prop 27 generates hundreds of millions every year to get people off the streets and into housing. On the other hand, Prop 26, not a dime to solve homelessness or treat addiction. Prop 27 has strong protections to prevent minors from betting and strictly prohibits betting on youth sports. Prop 26, no protections for minors. Prop 27 helps every tribe, including disadvantaged tribes. Prop 26, a money grab for the wealthiest casino tribes, leaving nothing for disadvantaged tribes. The differences are important, and the choice is clear. Vote yes on 27. Ad paid for by Yes on 27, Californians for Solutions to Homelessness and Mental Health Support, a coalition of housing and mental health experts, concerned taxpayers, and digital sports, entertainment, and gaming companies. Committee major funding from Penn Interactive Ventures.
When there's trouble in the bedroom, it can hurt more than just your confidence. It can hurt your marriage or dating life. Not knowing if you'll be able to perform at any moment doesn't help either. Pacific Men's Clinic can help. Go to the clinic that specializes in one thing, making your love life the best it can be by solving the problem at its source. Pacific Men's Clinic's non-invasive procedure. It's safe and pain-free. Call 916-545-7577 for your free consultation now. That's 916-545-7577.
So you think you're good at guessing pro football outcomes? Well, Lasher, Elk Grove Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, and Sactown Sports will pick 5 games, and if you can come closer than Lasher big guy Vince Bloom, you can win a weekly Twin Peaks gift card and a chance to win $50,000 at season's end. Just visit Sactown Sports website for details.
What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, believing in a better customer experience since 1981. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company and second opinion partner.
You know, this player who's hot.
Who?
I think may have the record for being like featured in the hot part of the segment more than anybody.
Is it a Dodger?
No.
No, it's a Yankee.
No.
Oh.
It's an angel.
Oh.
From the heavens above. His name is Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
He has 12 career multi-home run games, and 6 have come this season alone. That ties this angel for the most multi-home run games in a season in their team history, who did it in 2000. Gentlemen, care to take a stab at this?
Tim Salmon.
No.
Wally Joyner.
No. Wally Joyner.
Garrett Anderson.
No, but Jason, you're getting hotter.
Dave Henderson.
No.
Jim Edmonds.
No. Think infield.
Infield.
Yeah.
David Eckstein.
No, you idiot. Third base.
Troy Glaus.
Got it.
Gloss. Glaus?
Gloss.
Gloss.
Troy Gloss. It's how you gloss your Troys. You want to shine them.
Mm-hmm. You gloss
You know who's not hot?
Who?
That darn tennis U.S. Open thing, because all the good players are leaving. With Daniil Medvedev losing on Sunday night, and Rafael Nadal defeated. It is the first yesterday.
Medvedev.
Yes, that's what
it's
it
not
said.
like it's Rama Chamachenko. It's Medvedev.
Are you sure about that?
No.
It's the first U.S. Open where both top 2 men's seeds failed to reach the quarterfinals, also since 2000, coincidentally.
Yep.
When number 1 seed Andre Agassi lost in the second round, and number 2 seed
Michael Chang.
Almost.
Michael Connors.
Close.
Yvonne Lendl.
Just missing it.
1492.
Gustavo Curtin. Lost in the first
Gustavo
Stefan Edberg.
Stefan Edberg is great.
Pat Cash.
Boris Becker.
Yeah.
Yvonne Lendl.
Vitas Gerulaitis.
Yvonne Goolagong.
Oh, that's one of my favorite.
You guys are
polls.
just making up names.
No,
we
Yvonne
aren't.
Goolagong's a famous women's tennis player.
Well, we know Steffi and Martina. That's easy. Pat Cash is a great one. Remember when Pat Cash won Wimbledon? And he was one of the
stands.
Went up in the stands. And he had his like checkerboard.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. Why do we all remember that? It's the most random thing ever. News and notes and all that stuff right
Pat Cash. Celebrity birthday.
Stand by on this frequency.
It's time for the news of the day.
Thank you for ruining the show and dropping a steamer on my journalistic integrity.
Today's important headlines, intelligent analysis, hard-hitting interviews.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
Here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh my God, I love those guys.
All right. Fade this down real quick. Just not all the way. It's fine. I found these, or somebody else found these over the weekend. I think they're great. The late, great Leslie Nielsen speaks to
Now,
us.
there are a lot of you out there who watch television news just for the sports. Now, come on, you can tell me. I'm a doctor. TV40's 10 o'clock news.
Oh, no! The internet's dying. Right in the middle of Leslie Nielsen doing a spot for TV40. Oh, you son of a biscuit.
I'm glad you're bringing this up because I saw what you posted and went, what? Is this real?
Leslie Nielsen did a whole slew of promo spots for 40.
Yeah.
Before they were Fox 40, and someone unearthed them on YouTube, and they're glorious.
Surely you can't be serious.
Including this one that won't play that has a special thing. Oh, I hate you, Internet. I hate you so much. Right at the wrong time. Okay, well, Leslie Nielsen did spots for Fox 40. I can't play them because the Internet isn't working.
But talked about Jim Crandall.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. He says Jim Crandall doesn't wear eyeshadow. Would have been so funny to hear out of his mouth.
Well, I guess the Internet and Leslie Nielsen have something in common now.
Oh, wow.
What?
They're both incredibly entertaining. And
Yeah, so why the reaction?
More than 50.
Lord's name and name.
I said got dang. Gotdang. I skipped over everything. That's not a swear. Breaking more than 50% of minor leaguers have broken towards signing cards backing a union. That's according to the Players Association. The PA has formally asked baseball for voluntary recognition, sending a letter to the commissioner's office this very morning. Looks like we're going to have a union in minor league baseball. If they get recognized. Hey, would that be Rob Manfred going, hey, you. Hey, union. I see you. That's right.
Looking good, union.
Looking great.
Rob Manfred currently being versed on what a union is, I'm sure.
Hey,
Probably.
Union, you drop some weight?
Yeah, you look pretty good.
Yeah.
Assuming, Mike Tomlin has named Mitch Trubisky his quarterback, which means that for the first time since 2007, does anyone want to try to give this a guess? So that would be 15 years. For the first time in 2007.
Since 2007?
For the first time since 2007. That means none of this week's, week one games will include blank. Will include a blank. For the first time since 2007.
Manning.
None of the week ones.
Quarterbacks.
Will include a blank because Trubisky's been named the starter.
A Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay, I will give you a hint. It is quarterback centric.
A quarterback drafted by their team.
You're kind of on the right track.
Number 1 overall.
This is the first
and
time
in your hearts
since 2007 that there will not be a rookie quarterback starting.
Really? That's very interesting, actually. Look at you.
Thank you. I found that factoid up myself.
I know. I saw you doing the crack research all morning.
That's pretty interesting. What, Chase? You gave me a wrinkle face.
49ers ruined it by starting Trey Lance a couple times last year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, effectively, he is.
Okay. Tom Brady?
Not a rookie.
He used to be, though.
Once upon a time, he was. He wore the underwear and everything, the thing with the draft. Today is National Read a Book Day.
Do you celebrate that by reading a book?
What was the last book you read, Jay? That wasn't school related.
That wasn't school related?
Yeah, no cheating.
It was a book on the 91 Celtics. Like everybody else.
Jason.
Why did you look at Jason? Why did you do that?
Because
like you expected me to come with like a normal answer.
Yeah, like Little Women or something. Classic. I don't know.
Yeah. The last one, Jay read me the 91 Celtics book. It was really good.
Bedtime stories, baby.
Yes. You just put him on speaker by your bed.
You should have seen him, though. It kept him up all night, the story of them trying to sign Derek, who used to play for the Kings, Ronnie Smith.
Yeah, that was a page turner.
Just didn't work, man.
I got to think the last book I read was a Dan Brown book like years ago. One of the what's the guy's name that Tom Hanks plays and the Da Vinci Codes?
Forrest Gump?
Robert Langdon.
Yes.
One of them. Today is also National Coffee Ice Cream Day.
Yes.
Ew.
Yummy.
Gross.
Only thing of coffee I enjoy.
Really?
Really?
It's ice cream.
It's a bit or not a bit here?
Not a bit. I don't
you
drink
like coffee ice cream, though. I know you don't drink coffee, but you like coffee ice cream?
It's good. I mean, I don't seek it out, but it's good. It's ice cream.
Yeah, but not all ice cream is good.
Name one that's not.
Sherbert.
Tuna
ice cream?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Horrible.
So good.
Tuna fish ice cream is terrible.
Oh, no. It's little bits of bones in there.
Do you guys like sherbet?
I think sherbet is ass.
I thank you. I appreciate
Sorry,
that. I appreciate
I have a really strong
all my sherbet truthers out there.
I I have really strong feelings about sherbet.
I hate sherbet.
I think it's not. It's fake. It's not ice cream.
Yes, it's not. That's my point.
It's sherbet.
It's It's a whole different category.
Sherbet.
It's like bootleg sorbet.
I think. Hold on. Are you a sherbet guy?
Not by choice, but I would eat it. Yes.
Okay.
Because
I would eat it. I would eat it as acceptable, but that's as far as I would go. I think there are people out there that actually order sherbet ice cream.
I know.
Guess what? Serial killers.
Probably
100%. What is wrong with those people? I'd like a rainbow sherbet. You're a killer. You have someone's face as a lampshade at home, and I don't want to know you. If I worked at a Baskin Robbins,
and they feed it sherbet.
Yeah, right. I would call the FBI.
Hey, FBI.
They ordered rainbow sherbet. Oh, we're on our way. What's the address there? And that would be it. Celebrity birthdays now, please, if you have one.
I do.
Do you?
And is it sherbet or sherbet?
I've always said sherbet.
It's
there's
spelled
no extra
sherbet.
R. Yeah, there's no other R there. Why
why
is
it
sherbet?
sherbet?
Sherbelt. You're not putting you're putting an R in there.
The R silent.
Sherbet.
And invisible.
Yes.
Wasn't there a Schubert? Is that maybe
I mean, if we
classical?
can have silent letters, why can't we pronounce missing letters?
Schubert.
Well, why do people pronounce it Willegra when it's Willerga?
There you go.
They do it all the time.
Idiots.
Yeah.
Stupids.
All right. I'm going to
dummies.
start with a celebrity birthday that you personally, Dave, have to get right on the number.
Okay.
Right on the number, or I'm going to be upset.
Me? I'll do that.
Wow, you call yourself celebrity.
Oh.
Winston Churchill's own.
Derek Lee.
Derek Lee. You have to get this exactly
Derek Lee
right.
is
with
47 years old.
Derek Lee is 47 years old.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
I was
Matter
going
of
to
fact,
guess
Derek
that.
Lee,
so
September
that's fine.
6th, 1975.
Yeah.
Yep, 47.
Idris Elba.
47.
Celebrating a birthday today. What do you guys think?
I'm going to say he's like 52.
I was going to go 49.
He is 50 today. It's a big 5-0. How about Rosie Perez from White Man Can't Jump?
Rosie Perez is 56. Doesn't look at it, though.
Rosie Perez, 53.
58 today.
Wow, you're right. Doesn't look it.
Does not look it.
How about Jeff Foxworthy?
Oh, God.
Jeff Foxworthy, actually, big birthday for him today. He's 60.
63.
He is 64 today.
Yeah.
John Wall.
John Wall is 34.
33.
32.
31. 30. 29.
Michael Winslow, better known as the voice guy from Police Academy.
If you've never seen anything
Amazing.
awesome, Google Michael Winslow, Led Zeppelin today. Michael Winslow is 70.
74.
64.
For Jay, for Jason, I'm Dave. Love you all.
Sherbet.
See you tomorrow. Jim Rose next. Bye-bye now.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports 1140. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people that